I'm just
harder than any boss we've fought.
I'm just going straight to life. Because I just want. God. Oh, we
other
kill
parties have their like main villain be scheduling. Ours is the fucking 1 to 10 game before stream.
Yes.
Oh my god. I don't know.
Scheduling doors.
Yeah.
Scheduling is hard, but us it's
Puzzles for 4-year-olds.
Yeah, those are all hard.
Jumping
but
off cliffs.
Us, we can't collaboratively count to 10. So, welcome back, everybody. We missed you all last week. It's been a long couple of weeks for a lot of us, and we are just so excited to be back and playing. So, love you all so much. Love the crew here, and love our little family that hangs out and watches us. So it's just all good vibes from us. I think we are going to be off next week for Easter Sunday. I know I have dinner plans, so we're off next week. I know it's kind of just been the hits keep coming for us. We've been off every other week these last couple months, but we'll be consistent again soon as like, we'll stop dying, I guess. Hey, how do you accept death but dark humor? That's the only way I know how to handle it. Mom's here. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
You gotta hit her with the hi, Mom. So we'll do some introductions really quick. Let everybody say hi, Mom on their own, as we all spam hi, Mom in the chat. Literally the most used. I'm so glad we had Mel make that. Just the best fucking emoji. The story of that too, again, if you never heard it, was I asked Sarah for the most goblin face she's ever made on picture, and that's what was provided to me, which Mel turned into an emoji. Love it. So we'll start with not Doran, but Zach.
Hi, everyone. I'm Zach. I play Doran, the Dragonborn Barbarian.
Nate.
Hi, I'm Nate. I play Soren, the half-elf blade singer rogue.
And Mel.
Hi, I'm Mel. I play Blair, the spirit host witch warlock.
Maddie.
Hello, I'm Maddie. I play Isadora, the gun tank gunslinger half-elf.
Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Maximiel, the tiefling sorceress bard.
And Josh.
Hello, I'm Josh. I play Jaeger Hellstrom, the dude playing a dude playing another dude.
And I'm Ben, aka B. I'm the DM, and I play all the dudes that are just all those extra dudes and dudettes.
Sick.
I'm taking bets too. If when we do our first introduction of campaign 2, who introduces themselves as their old character?
It'll be me.
Yep, we do love it. So 2 weeks ago when we were here, we had a whole bunch of downtime really that was like what, 15 to 20 minutes of activity packed into a ton of discussion that we condensed. Took like 2 hours real time as we were having maybe an hour and a half of conversation in game, I guess. Probably works in the timeline. Either way, so much stuff. So we discussed. I'm gonna pull over Nate's notes because they were super helpful and they're all super in line. So there was immediately tension after we killed the Aether Lich Velikor, finding out that he was sapping the life essence and power of Seraphina, who was a doppelganger, to be able to change his shape with hers. She was stuck as Velikor, being this puppet, and he ran everything as Seraphina. During that time, lots of tension immediately afterwards because Jaeger defeated him by taking a moment to think and dropping a god dang nuke on the man. Made a deal with the devil, basically, and killed the Lich in a single blow with dealing, what was it, something ridiculous, like 130 points of damage concentrated on a single point.
It was closer to 150. I think it was 152.
Horrifying him. Like there was a couple rounds of combat and like you guys were knocking him down, he was getting back up, and it was getting all the other, like it was going back and forth, and Jaeger was like, yeah, fuck all this noise, bonk.
109 plus 46, so
Yeah,
155.
So, there you go, 155 damage. Immediately vaporized him. Jaeger summoned, essentially, like with this deal with the devil, we saw the Nightwalker appear as he reached forward with these long claws and helped the Jaeger drop this little nuke. And there's a lot of tension immediately after that because Blair was scared cat up on a wall screeching. Everybody else was like, what the fuck just happened? And tried to talk to Jaeger. There's a lot of tension immediately. I think Jaeger got a gun in his mouth and almost lost a couple teeth from Isadora, and Soren was trying to calm the situation. Doran ended up like still super big mode, grabbing Isadora and like holding her back. It was bad, super tense. But we come to find out that, you know, Jaeger's got some deal that he made with this creature, that the crystals that used to just kind of be embedded into his arm are now sunken fully into the bone, are part of him, and fully absorbed into his person. And we got a whole bunch of info about this creature that takes the appearance of a Nightwalker in the material plane, but is known as a Kirzek, this really nasty, ethereal boogeyman. And that's what made Blair so horrified, that this terrible creature that she's heard about only in stories and only in the bedtime stories they tell to their kids to like be like, you know, go to sleep, or this boogeyman's gonna get you, this horrifying creature actually does exist. So plenty of trauma for Blair immediately. And this creature's realized that, you know, it actually does want to become existent on the material plane, and chooses plane or Veil Walkers as what he refers to as vessels to find a way onto the material plane. And it's said that if the Kirzek does gain that materialization, I guess, that there's great risk, you know, that heralds the destruction of the ethereal plane. And, you know, that raises a lot of concern, considering the ethereal plane is kind of a blanket above the entire magic shell that we know exists, that's holding Cyorion and Eterna together. We learned that the crystals are the ends of Kuvi, as Blair so lovingly calls the massive primal mana elemental, this aether elemental that exists at the center of at the base of Kosoba, that creates the ley lines of the world. That Kuvi's limb got severed, and it's just bleeding out pure ethereal energy into the world, which is creating the crystals of the Blightlands. And after Gwayer was destroyed, it's what's continuing to bleed out and destroy the forest, and that's what Jaeger had picked up. After that, Seraphina is still alive, impaled with pieces of magical artifacts, which, you know, the Veilacor was using to sap her life and her energy, and she needs tons of help. Her sister came to help you guys, Liliana. She had come up with some people after the madness that was happening down below, and helped you all get to this hiding place, this hidden underground safe house. And from there, Blair and Max had, you know, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants moment, you know, that they decided to be best buds and create a witch coven, and totally are trying to get Soren involved in that business. They're just like, yo, bro,
That's the worst sales pitch ever.
Totally cool vibes over here for us to be friends inside of this group. And
quit your job, join my boy band.
Yeah, exactly.
Changing blood. Hey, you want to join our cult?
Try to get everybody in the cult of Blair. But
In case you want some free magic.
And I would be remiss not to mention the very sexually charged Isadora moments. Isadoran moments. Isadoran. That's the official ship name, is Isadoran. But there was some shared loss of family, because, you know, shared emotional trauma just brings people close together. And Isadora and Doran kind of shared a moment. You know, we'll see what happens. But everybody got a long rest. The room is a safe house. There is a bar down there. A lot of people got some drinks to get the edge off, because some shit had gone down. And also someone identified and immediately was like, no, Blair, you may not, to the Necroshard scepter. A super nasty wand. I don't think it's in your inventory. I have the stats here still, but I will make it for you right now, and then I'll.
I just remember it was bad. It was something like you go insane, or like can't make wisdom saves, or something like that.
No, it's just wisdom saves at disadvantage.
That's great.
You get whenever you can consume essence with the Necroshard scepter to drain the life of a creature within 30 feet. They make a con save, but whenever you use the consume essence ability, you have to make a saving throw. And then if you fail the saving throw, you're basically haunted by the remnants of Veilacor. and they just whispers and shadows cloud your mind. You get disadvantage on wisdom saves for the next hour.
That's not too bad.
It's not super bad, but it's got some neat stuff, and I think it had.
Listen, I can haunt back the things that will haunt me.
Yeah, sure.
But you got access to. You gain the ability to see into the ethereal plane as if you had the effects of see invisibility. You get Misty Step once per short rest without expending a spell slot. You get the Consume Essence, and then you get Ethereal Burst, which you can blink on yourself for a minute, and you can transition between the ethereal and the material plane. And when it ends after the minute, you will return to the material plane. So I will be putting that into your inventory in a moment. And yeah, so the next morning, everybody gets a long rest. You all get some sleep in the safe house. Really kind of bunk style sleeping. There's cots and double bunks available for everybody, but it's basically a big open room that's safe. And they have one bed that's a single bed ground level that's like a twin XL basically, and Seraphina's on that as they've got people coming in all night working on her. They bring in they bring in clerics, they bring in wizards, they've got all these people, like specific people that they trust, but there's probably, for those that don't sleep super well, like a half dozen people coming in all night working on her. And by the time everybody is awake and up after the long rest, she's still not out of the woods yet. They're still working on her.
Does it look like they would be receptive to help? If it's even something that I get the sense I could help with. I don't know.
You could spend part of your long rest, since you just meditate for a little while, kind of studying it. What's your passive arcane? We'll take it. Let's take a 10 on that basically. So you spend half of your rest, your non.
Oh no, half elves don't do that. They have to sleep the full time.
Oh, you're not a full elf. That's right. You're half elf.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could spend.
It's just like once we wake up, does it look like they need help still?
Yeah, it definitely looks like they still need help. You have a pretty good passive insight too. I think yours is ridiculous. Yeah. So Jaeger would pay attention to it overnight since he doesn't sleep a lot, right? I think Jaeger doesn't sleep a lot. Isadora doesn't sleep a lot. And Blair, did you have to sleep the full 8?
I can have to sleep the full 8, but I can go twice as long without sleeping.
That's true. So do you sleep last night or not? Because you slept the day before this fight. So do you sleep last night or no?
Yeah, I'll sleep because I imagine establishing a coven was a lot of work.
Sure. Okay. So you do
pay attention, Max.
Max quit getting distracted. So you would take the long rest then. So that means Isadora and Jaeger would kind of watch them. And then as they get up, your insight, and we're kind of watching them like as you're getting up and like getting a little bit of breakfast, doing your morning stretches. Oh, that was really weird. And then echo on Maddie's mic for a second. Thank you, Maddie.
Weird.
Yeah. As you prep for your day, you observe
Headphones
them for
disconnected.
Weird. You observe them for a little bit and get the sense that they probably do need help, but you might have to kind of talk your way into it because these are people who are a little sniff your own farts type people. They're a little full of themselves. They're kind of the best that they can buy, and these people they know what their time and money's worth. So if like some random adventurer came talking to them, they may snub you. So you get the sense that they could use your help, but at the same time,
I'll let them work. Wait until they panic. They need it.
Sounds good.
Are we gonna go to the library today? The Alaric fella said that he has some stuff for us at the Spire of Knowledge.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Suppose we don't have anything else planned for the day, do we?
Other than indoctrinating you into our cult.
It's not a cult, it's a coven.
What does that mean? What cult?
What's the
exchanging
difference?
blood last night?
It's my question. What is the difference? I kind of joined a cult without knowing the difference
It's
between a
not
coven and a cult.
it's a coven.
What
A coven is just we share our magic with each other and empower each other.
That's a much better sales pitch. Swapping blood and telling me that you're forming a cult is But sure,
No, it's
that
more so
sounds-
for the funnies at that point.
Okay. I'm not giving you my blood, but sure.
That's fine. The blood wasn't required.
What?
You gave away your blood for no reason. It's a valuable resource. You shouldn't just give it away like that.
I
Darn,
can find you wherever
man,
you
it's
are
just
now.
like my childhood, you know?
Hey, this time I said, "Hey, give me your blood," and you
It
said,
is weird
"Okay."
that it happened twice, Maximil.
Yeah, it is, you know?
You think you'd be more guarded with your blood?
Well, the first
Well,
time
you'd
wasn't
think
exactly
that
how
my
I did
friends
it.
would know better than to ask it for no good reason.
I just wanted to see if you give it to me.
Okay, that's fair.
That's a
I
good
would.
enough reason.
I would give it to you. I'd give my blood to anyone here.
There's an old saying, fool me
Should work on
once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
I'd give my blood for anyone here, and I'd do it again. Besides, maybe you need to find me sometime. And
Yeah,
at
if I got
that
a little
point,
vial here, I'll be able to find you wherever.
there we
Can I have a
go.
little
Tucks
bit of
that
your
back
blood,
in her
please?
shirt.
I still have
Do-
some, I think.
You want some of my blood?
Just a little.
Yeah, didn't we give Jaeger samples of our blood for testing for the
We did.
phenomancy?
Uh-huh.
We did.
Yeah.
Also,
So,
like, why is your blood so red?
You see how pink she is?
As opposed to.
Soren then never
Like-
shows up
like-
in your inventory.
Tinged with blue, like kind of like sparkly.
oh, that's just your blood being special.
Oh, okay. I don't know what normal blood looks like.
I
Flows
think
through Max.
I think my blood is. I don't know. Dorn's blood looks similar to mine, but that could just be because. What does normal
does
blood
it?
look like? Yeah.
Doran, can I see some of your blood?
Ask Jaeger, he has it.
You've probably
Jaeger!
seen.
Hold on.
I'm pretty sure that blood's really old by now.
Yeah.
No, just right behind Blair. Jaeger's got 2 vials. Blood.
The head turns around like an owl.
Creepily behind you.
Ooh,
You
blood.
hang.
Soren, why do you need my blood? You don't do
I
anything.
don't. I was just.
Do you just want it?
No.
Okay.
This is weird thing we're doing today with this blood exchange. It's not something I think we
Listen,
should
I'm
be
just
worried
trying to
about.
get him to join the coven so we have more magic available.
Yeah.
Oh, plus
Join.
more magic, I suppose.
Quit your job and join our emo band.
I don't have a job. You
Do you
all
need me
are
to-
my job.
You need me to take
Yeah.
samples and I'll pull out a very large needle on my syringe? I can take some.
I think
Anybody?
we're okay, Jaeger.
I think we
we've-
need a sample of Doran's blood.
I'm gonna walk over to Jaeger.
We
put it
have
on
a
his
sample
shoulder.
of my blood. It's okay. We don't need any more of my blood. Thank you very much.
I am so proud of you for asking for the first time, I think, ever.
Slowly moves it towards your arm.
No,
For the
I'm
toss.
quite all right. But I just wanted to acknowledge that moment. Thank you for actually asking. For
Yeah.
once.
I
Also,
learn.
where are our coven marks? Do they all have to be in the same place?
No, it can be
Or do we
wherever.
just have them? Okay. Where's yours?
Just pulls up her arm that is just a canvas of marks for everybody at this point. And I put the coven mark here, and then I got the little blade for Soren here, and then I got your lightning bolt there, and I got the bomb for Isadora there.
Yeah, all right. So when we have time after, I suppose this is probably a long thing. So after
It's a long thing, so after Ulrich.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
So as
You're my
you
goodness.
Oh, no, I just said to the library in a funny voice, copying Sokka from The Last Airbender.
Oh.
Does Nickelodeon exist in Cyorion?
Yes.
what?
No, don't put Nickelodeon in Cyorion because that means Dan Schneider exists too. And then we
Oh, no.
Oh.
Probably hope that it doesn't.
Yeah.
No traveling troupe of exploitating children, please and thank you.
No, that's part of Jaeger's past. He got rid of that Dan guy.
He took care of it. That was-
Yeah, there you go.
Jaeger
He was on the
canonically.
list.
Jaeger rolled up against a
Cyorion
Fury
Chronicles. Topical humor.
That's how they caught Drake Bell, right? It was Jaeger.
God.
Trainer. We're on one day.
It's a good day back.
Spicy.
What somebody did send me though a TikTok with the when the thing came out. It was like the view POV. You're in the Nickelodeon Disney offices when the documentary comes out, and it was the clip from Always Sunny where
Oh yeah,
where he walks in. He's like, "We got to write a song about not diddling kids."
It's no good diddling kids.
Listen, there's no better way for people to know that you're diddling kids if you write a song that says "Do not diddle kids." Oh, horrible. Speaking of which, I hope you sent triangle lore to Sarah, Nate.
I can't remember if I did. I think I did.
What?
Triangle lore is going to be incoming on Instagram. Just be ready. It's the hot new anime of the season.
Okay. I haven't
Just prepare
seen
for it.
anything.
Oh dear.
I'm a bad friend. I'm sorry.
You should have
How
sent it to
dare
her. How dare you?
Just put it in the Discord so that way you can infect everybody.
Yeah.
All right. As you're getting ready to leave, Liliana kind of stops you all by the door. We owe you all a great debt of gratitude, Soren, especially for helping us during this awkward transition. Now our city will be in turmoil. Likely the other lords and ladies will try to vie for leadership. However, we've always known Velikos Heaven should be in the hands of the people, and we will work to rectify this problem. The king... There are the cities that are elected democratically, and we think that Velikos should be one of them. We'll
Perhaps a
probably...
name change as well.
Yes, we will probably be changing the name very soon. However, you have done us all a great service, and I would be remiss if our debts were not paid. She pulls out a sack and just hands you a very heavy sack.
Get paid. Yes.
We got paid.
Don't say Ben never pays us.
Sorry, we got paid.
Eyes glowing. Is that money? Like actual money?
But
Usable in exchange for goods and services?
I mean, did I hand you right? She like opens it up, and you can see there's a massive platinum pieces inside of it. Yes, this is the.
We've been paid.
This is
Got
the.
paid.
Of course, you have done a service. You saved my sister, and the
Hands on the
city will be.
Max gives her a big hug.
You're my favorite.
She's just literally in the middle of a midnight parliament group hug sandwich right now.
What's
Yep.
happening right now? This is very uncomfortable.
Thank you for paying us.
She doppelgangs into like a very small gnome and scurries to the side and pops back out. But she goes, "That's what's
Don't
uncomfortable.
change shape.
Please do not do that again."
Sorry, she's just excited. No one ever really gives us money for anything.
I did not like that
Anybody's
one
paid
bit.
you guys.
Not a touchy person. Got it. Sorry. A big moment for us. We don't. We survive off of the charity laws, generally speaking. So this is thank you.
Well, you have done us. We have been working at this for decades, and I hope that this is a small token of our appreciation. Yes. Yes. Okay.
I'm just imagining that meme of like,
Her
I got paid
fingers like
this, I got paid this. You guys are getting paid, and it's just the
when
It's just
she
a midnight
when she
parliament.
goes to do this, her fingers doppelgang and they like turn into single strand pieces. They're just like fleshy. It makes this kind of like fleshy heart shape of grossness. It's a little
I don't
unsettling.
know how I feel about that.
Oh, that's such a cool looking trick.
Soren, she hands you a sack of 360 platinum pieces.
Woo! We're not poor anymore.
Each of us get 60
obviously-
platinum.
Yeah, obviously not right now, but I'll just split it up amongst the group. So 60 platinum each.
Everybody gets 60 plat. That's step one. You guys still have to go to a library and see a old fucking super wizard about what he has for you.
My friend.
Does it look like at the point where we're heading out that her sister is out of the woods yet, or is it still?
No,
Touchy.
she's still touching it on it. Like she was so distracted by her sister that she almost missed you guys on the way out, which is why she like literally the last second is like zoop, and steps in front of you at the door.
Just kind of. We'll see when we get back, but we have some business to attend to around town first.
Yes, when my sister awakes, we will ensure that you get what you need, but she's not out of the woods yet.
Right. Opal as well.
Yeah, before we go, do you actually need more help with her? kind of like trained in alchemy and can probably whip something up for her.
Do you have experience untangling the fabric of what a person is with the artifacts that are attaching her to the ethereal plane? Or would you like to figure it out? Because none of these people have a fucking clue.
I've read quite a bit. I might be able to help. Oh, guys, if it's okay, I'll stay here and
Is
see if I
anyone
can
proficient
help her out.
in the art of blood molding? Phenomancy is what I've heard it called before.
Proficient, no, but
Dabbled.
Some of
like dabbling.
us have tertiary knowledge of phenomancy, yes. But
It's,
Jaeger would probably be the best person to help.
Yeah.
Phenomancy is a banned art form here as well. We understand from where you're from it is not practiced, but it found its way here and it was quickly dismissed. Well, in that case, we accept your assistance, Jaeger, and
Okay.
the rest of you, please, make sure you understand the way back in. Otherwise, I will have she points to a guy, Claude. Please, Claude. He looks in the corner. He's really just a changeling in its current shape, but he kind of looks to the rest of you and shifts into a Fairland form. Claude here will be following you for some time. If you can't find your way in, just I need you to make a symbol. What is the easy one, Claude? And Claude looks to the rest of you guys. Just rub both of your eyes like you're tired, and I'll make myself known to you. Yeah, if you just do that, he will make sure that you know. He knows that you want to come back here, and he will lead you back to us. Again, thank you all very much.
No problems, man.
All right. Jaeger, you go kind of start
Jaeger,
observing and helping out.
Max looks at you. You've got this. Don't mess this up. Take some inspiration.
Thanks.
I'll hit him with enhance ability as well.
Ooh.
Double thanks.
Fox cunning intelligence.
Ooh.
Work quick. You've got this.
Okay. Jaeger, you can private roll to me an Arcana check as you work for the next hour. It'll be at advantage since you're working with other people. Or sorry, because of the Fox's cutting, and I'm going to give you a passive bonus because of the other people working with you. So you have advantage from Fox's cutting. You get the bardic inspiration.
What is the
D6.
You're going to do an Arcana check.
D6? I know, it's just a D6 though.
Yep, D6.
And then the
At
cunning is
advantage?
advantage?
Yep, at advantage from the cutting, and then I'm going to give you a passive bonus in the back of my brain for everybody else helping you. Did you roll a private roll? Because I don't see it.
I did.
If you just want to send me the result, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because if you set it as private, there you go.
That's private GM roll.
Weird.
I am also a GM, so.
Very strange. It took a bit to show up, but I got it now. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sounds good. I have your roll. It literally just showed up now on the actual game. So
Weird.
so weird. Oh my god, I opened our DMs. I forgot what you were talking about last time. That's hilarious. I'll have to share it. Oh god. Oh, it's funny. I think it's the. Hold on, I can't remember. No, I'll send it to Zach. I'll send it to you because it's relevant to you too later.
Oh, Lord.
It's just unhinged and hilarious. Anywho, the rest of you head off into the city. The city seems to be in pretty good spirits for word starting to get out that Valicor's dead. It was
Wait,
not
like they're in good spirits because of that?
No, it seems that pretty much people were apathetic to Valicor. Like he was a de facto leader of the city, but nobody really had feelings one way or the other about him. Like the city operated and the city was just like, oh, the leader's dead. Well, life goes on, shit's still happening. There's some people talking, you occasionally overhear like, okay, what exactly did he do? Did he appoint people to run stuff because he kind of kept to himself, and it seems that most people just don't really have a major concern for what this guy did.
You're saying he was the mayor of a large metropolitan city?
Basically, yeah. There were some people that did things like, mostly, you hear a lot about respect for the captain of the guard, Alara, who kind of helped run things in terms of the forces of the city, in terms of keeping the peace. There are people who are in charge of dock workers guilds, and in charge of sorry, my phone just dinged at me. In charge of dock workers, in charge of anybody working down at the shipyards. So people that are doing dock working stuff, customs, harbor masters, stuff like that. All those people have different people they report to. And then as soon as people kind of start talking about it, they're like, what exactly did Velicor do?
Max is going to disguise self into a Farrellin when somebody says that and says, I heard he did really weird things to familiars. Like, what a weird guy, right? And then just walk away.
Make a persuasion or a deception check, your choice, and you have disguised self, so they're not going to.
Actually, it's not really deception if it's true.
It's true.
It could be
He
a
did
performance check.
So
it's
it could
persuasion.
Be persuasion, performance, or deception.
It's like,
but this is the check. This is the check to see how much the rumor hits and holds.
27.
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Okay.
Well, now people are gonna think he was
Yeah.
in
Fuck
them.
He was an evil bastard. Fuck his reputation.
Sarah, I'm gonna need Sarah to make an emphasis check. So Sarah, if this is a what did you get for your emphasis?
no.
A 3 and a 1.
Okay.
oh no.
No, it was basically, if you got it positive, I was going to give you the choice of, did you get did the rumor mill start churning that he was banging familiars, and you're going to get that choice, but since you rolled negatively, it doesn't happen. It's just like he was performing weird magical experiments, and he was doing weird, like, forbidden arts in terms of magic on familiars. And with a 27, you said?
Yeah.
The rumor mill churns horde. Like, people are like, oh my god, that's wild. Yeah, I could totally see. And then they just start talking to all their friends, and then within about 3 hours, like, it's spreading to most of the city, and people have decided, that they can badmouth Velicor, because what the fuck's gonna happen? His wife disappeared too. So it starts getting weird in the city in terms of the vibe. People are just like, man, fuck that guy. Maybe we should start a democracy and elect some people. These lords aren't doing anything for us.
I just imagine Max starts that rumor, and then like 2 hours later, as we're walking out of the library, there's some kid on the street. Extra, extra! You read all about it. Velicor was performing magical experiments on familiars.
So you head to the library. Going to see Mr. Stormweaver, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, good buddy Ulrich.
Ulrich Stormweaver. You make your way into the Spire of Knowledge in the Grand Library there. Ulrich is busy working at the entryway. And something uncharacteristic. He immediately sees you all walk in, raises a hand, and those of you that are trained in arcane or are spellcasters see him begin to cast something, and then he goes, holds up for a second and walks up to you and goes, friends, can I take you somewhere, please?
Yes.
And the uncharacteristic part is him asking permission to do shit to you rather than just doing it.
Sure.
Yes, you may.
Where?
Excellent.
Just out of
And as soon as
curiosity.
you said sure, he just goes, "Boom."
Whee!
Basically just, I think it's Dimension Door. He essentially Dimension Doors all of you.
Oh, cool.
And just takes you takes you all somewhere within the, let's see.
Fire of knowledge.
I think you can take a willing creature. Yeah. So he just he very quickly like flicker casts Dimension Door and just each of you in very fast succession get warped up and down inside of this place. And he takes you somewhere else inside of the library, beams you up essentially to a private room. There are no doors and no windows on this room. There's
secondary locations.
You're taken to a place that's lit by soft yellow and blue ethereal light. There's a alabaster white marble looking desk, this very clean looking desk that has a few neat stacks of notes on it. This is clearly his personal study that's sequestered away somewhere in the Spire of Knowledge. Looking out from it, even though it has no windows and doors, you can see past the walls a little bit, this translucent image of the city beyond. You're clearly very high up and you're looking angled down at the city, and it feels like you should be sliding into the wall, but he's just kind of got this view of the city that looks out from where he's at. And also when you look up at the ceiling, you can see the sky pretty clearly above. You can see the dark star of Eterna, but it's just his little private alcove. And yeah, he pops off and to his little desk, pops up to the chair and takes a seat. Well, friends, you didn't need my help, but you rid the city of something a little bothersome. I mean, it would honestly, this is going to sound crass, and I hate to come across as crass, and I may come across as crass, but the lives of most people don't fucking matter. You know what I mean? They just live their lives and they go out and they do their thing and they die and so on and so forth. Veilacor wasn't really doing anything that really bothered me or mattered too much, so I didn't look at it. It was kind of like, people fighting amongst people, and I was like, yeah, it's not my problem.
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Yeah, exactly. That she gets it. She gets it. That being said, it's clear that you all, as I observed and found myself in that place, needing assistance, or you all needing assistance and very suddenly not needing assistance, there was something interesting about the lot of you that it's fascinated me for some time. It's one of those places I've never really been able to find and to keep my hands on and understand properly. But either way, you could see it for yourselves. And he waves a hand, and you all visually see the manifestation of that thread of fate that most of you saw back in the Weave Chamber. And you can see how all of yours are twisting together and creating something, almost weaving that just this thread that heads off ethereally into the distance, far into the night sky above you. I've never really understood, and this is the best way that I can manifest it for people to understand, but there's something, threads of fate that bind everybody, and I've never been able to pinpoint the space. I found the entrance, this weird little rock floating in a cavern. They're sitting in this place called Kosoba, but somewhere hiding in there. See, I knew it.
We've seen this.
Whoever guards that place is very crafty. You can't find the entrance. All threads lead back there, but I can never get there. Fascinating stuff, either way. I watched what happened, and then I moved away because you didn't need me, and I observed for some time, but there's something that I can't quite see coming. There's something that's escaped me for a long time, is why this place exists, and why, if the divine have decided that we should continue to exist, why they block us at all turns trying to explore other places.
We're a zoo.
Precisely. And well, I'm quite old. I've been around for a very long time, and I've worked with chronomancy, and I've gone back and looked at times in the past, but I have such a hard time moving forward. It doesn't work.
You've
And-
viewed the past.
I have. I saw the destruction of Gwyer, quite catastrophic. But I've also looked at places before. I've seen the aspects and their interactions in Cyorion, your home world where you come from. I've seen and observed. When chronomancy is a weird thing, you go observe, you just maintain your distance, and you see things. However,
You're not able to affect change.
it's a bad idea to affect change.
Is it?
And that's the problem I found. In my studies, I've deemed that there is some greater force that manages time. There is
Bryndoinham.
someone. No, Bryndoinham doesn't run it. Bryndoinham represents it. It's funny you know that name. I've seen all the aspects. I know all of them. But Bryndoinham.
We met her. She's really cool. I hope she's doing okay, but she may not be.
Well, I met her briefly.
I heard she's sick.
once. Sick. Interesting. Okay. How sick would you say? Maybe she.
But on a scale of 1 to 10?
Sure. Yeah.
9?
8? 9?
Okay. That's
She's rotting.
quite concerning.
Yeah.
She's not. And he pulls up, like, he waves a hand and a scrying pool comes up. This basin of water, and he waves a hand over it and casts a spell and casts scrying on Bryndoinham, who, generally speaking, like you would assume an aspect has some protection in place. Some people may be allowed to do so. And this appears to be one of those people who Bryndoinham trusts to do so. And you see Bryndoinham sitting around a stack of books and reading, and there's what's his dumb stupid name? God damn it! I gave him the fucking
yeah, him.
The dead guy. Yeah.
the dead
No,
the eyeless beholder.
Eye beholder.
What was it? It was like session 14.
I know I'm rolling so far back.
I'm looking.
Race between me and Sarah, who can find it first.
Tavern.
Hence,
Oh,
Bigsby.
Damn, Bigsby.
His name is
Damn it.
Bigsby.
Damn it,
Bigsby.
So yeah, Bigsby's floating around near her, like as she's reading books and just studying stuff.
Is this
she's-
real?
Yeah, she's fine. And she's sitting there.
Are you sure? Like, is there anything that could be?
Yes, sure. Just one moment, please. And he, you see him cast a spell. He like whispers into his hand, and then you see Bryndoinham in the scrying pool look up and kind of wink at the scrying orb, and goes back to her book.
Okay.
She doesn't really speak back, voice of all time and all things like that. It's just very
It is
weird to listen to her.
Very
people
much
usually
not how
spoke
we
for
left
her.
her.
Maybe those visions that we've seen of her rotting are in the same way as some of the other ones, some sort of trick. Make us lose hope, make us doubt ourselves, or something of that sort.
What is?
Or maybe
maybe
it's the
this
future.
vision.
Might be the future as well. Is that possible? Sending a vision of something to come to us?
That's where I'm strangely drawn. Like I've read and spoken to the aspects. The aspects were created by divine beings to impart knowledge and protect the world. Essentially, after the sundering, after the destruction by this god Felok, or sorry, not Felok, my bad, Tawalid. After Tawalid destroyed the world, essentially the gods came together and deemed that this spark of life that was created needs to continue, and they made the aspects to watch over us and to grow, and they all exist somewhere, and I've never been able to get to them. Not since Burrows shattered the sky.
Is there a reason to? Because if they can be gotten to, they can get to us, and they haven't really done much, save for Bryndoinham.
Well, like you said, a zoo.
Right.
When I go to previous times before Burrows, we saw evidence of the stories of specters and vampires and horrible creatures that come from different places are people glimpsing things that they shouldn't have. You said we were a zoo, and that's the best way I would put it, is that they all had interest in us. Like, you must think, in the cosmic scale of the entire universe, some all-powerful being is angry enough at us to try to destroy all of us. And then the others decide that we should continue to live. Wouldn't there be some interest in seeing what was so special about us? So they observed for a time, and they were watching us, and they let us continue to live. However, since then, we haven't seen any new ones come or go. In my time studying, I thought that I had previously, admitting this amongst creatures of fate that have been destined for something greater, I have visited other planes of existence.
Which one was your favorite?
I was quite fond of the plane of light. There was some interesting things there, and between light creation and death, there was this little plane there that was mechanized. It was clockwork. These creatures existed in a structure of rigid order, and they believed the whole universe would be destined to order. But the seven on the council did not see it so. But there was a flowing balance between everybody. However, they were just so interesting to me, these small clockwork things. But I digress. I was home when Burroughs happened. I was back here. And since then, chronomancy used to give glimpses into the divine. Divinity barely scratches that surface now. The future's unknowable. The other planes are unreachable. The sky breaking has changed something drastically.
So I came back.
Well, I came here because I had nothing else to do. I tried to find the knowledge. And
Is that why I came back?
She's what we call touch.
I mean, probably death is kind of MIA at the moment.
No, I mean, whatever you know of the cycle.
Oh, I work directly for Coach Rinks. I'm one of his buddies, so
okay, so
I hang out with it.
Okay, so the rest of you, there's a sect of druids that polices this very carefully. They're from a place called Warissa in Cyorion, but the cycle is what the gods created to keep the void happy and contained. And we describe on Cyorion side of the planet Eovis and Vikitter, these two moons, they serve as anchors to the world to Sahai, the sun, right? The great ball of fire in the sky. There's a reason for that. People talk a lot about the afterlife and what happens when you die. But what I've found, and the only things I've seen for evidence of that, is there's this amorphous place that is a gateway between living and dead. That, depending on your faith, you see it in different ways. I know dwarves of Comtarum see it as a great mine that they must work, and some humans see it as a place of divine judgment and punishment, and others see it as a place to revisit old family and friends. But it is the waiting place. It is the doorway to the cycle. And when your soul, your essence that was taken from the universe itself, leaves this place, it enters the cycle and is reborn anew. You are cleansed in the great healing fires of creation and sent back to be a new person. And that's how we keep the void happy, because apparently Tawalid was really pissed off because the void was losing all of itself, because all of these souls were being created eons ago. That's the most I can find out about it. Is that it's weird. When I witnessed the void, yeah, some great, ugly unknowable, but I haven't been able to reach it to study it more. Yes, spooky. However, the cycle is real. The cycle is how all the souls of the world exist in harmony and continue to live. But since the sundering and Burra's destruction, souls have been lost on their way to this place. Those that I spoke to from other planes call it Nomatathra. People have different names for their afterlives, but it's essentially the same place. As much as I can tell from the touched, souls don't think that they're done, or souls believe that they are worthy of staying alive, and they find new hosts. I even heard a rumor about a machine man named Zero who used to be a machine, but now has turned into a living person. I've not met him yet, but these
Apparently everyone in the world has.
We've heard about this Zero fellow.
He gets
Who's
around.
Zero?
So, I suppose you wouldn't remember Diggin either. He was a mechanical man of some sort that traveled and did sort of what we do, adventure.
My understanding is they are souls of lost people who have entered into this body and become a new creature. But again, they're part of the cycle. It's not something I'm keenly interested in, but I'm aware of the cycle, and the cycle is what keeps souls living and continuing onto new bodies and creates new people, and the void stays happy and doesn't try to blow up worlds again. Because previously, when they were existing unfettered, it would be hard for you to understand. This shell of a planet that remains when I observed it eons ago in its prime hosted billions and billions of people. And they had marvels that rival my understanding. But there was so many souls claimed parts of the void that when it came and destroyed, the void reclaimed all of them for itself. But
Taking them out of the cycle.
Such was our spark. The cycle did not exist until this world did. My understanding is whatever created these people, the Farrellin, you gotta points down to the street and you see people walking around. Whatever they used to be, advanced so far beyond their expectation that their birth rate was creating souls, and those things were created from somewhere. The best they could determine was that the souls were stolen from the fabric of the void and created something out of nothing. But something had to pay for it. And the void paid a high cost and reclaimed those things. And the cycle was created to keep everyone happy. The void no longer loses itself, and the world continues to exist, and all of our fun selves continue. It is just a glimpse into madness to try to think about all those things, I swear. Anyway, yes. The future is uncertain. Again, you all are clearly people who have been exposed greatly to the madness of the universe, but are also keenly aware that your fates are intertwined.
So everyone keeps telling us.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, this force, somehow, whatever it is that you face, came here and has worked hard to hide itself from people like me, who understand the essence of what makes the world work. But that's why people like you are a threat to it. Because you are of this world, and it does not know who to shield itself from of this world. So allow me to provide you with some gifts that can make your lives easier in destroying this thing. There are cats and geckos showing up on cameras, and I'm just loving it. I'm so distracted every time I see them.
Geck, what happened to his arms?
Thank you.
Where's his little gecko arms?
Is it a gecko
right
pen
here.
or is it an actual
It's a
gecko?
toy.
Okay, I was like,
Oh.
this looks like a really cool
I
gecko.
was-
That's so cute.
You're a cool little guy.
Either way, I have found some interesting things in my travels, and thought that you all may want to take what you would like and see if it's useful for you.
If I may just ask really quickly to clarify, there's something that's hiding from you that's like the creator of time?
No, I think that whoever Brendoinem reports to is the gods had been hands off from this world for a while. But I think it's because of a result of resting from this great conflict, not from apathy to us. That the things that they did were so unbelievably taxing that they need time away.
Okay.
You're telling me divine being needs a nap?
Everyone needs a nap.
Hey, everyone needs a little nap.
And time
From
exists
time to
differently
time.
for them too. However,
And
think-
also,
my
sorry.
my understanding and my thought is that Brendoinem may be looking for a solution here, but again, this creature, whatever it is that you all pursue, is what your fate is bound to, because that is the only way Brendoinem could find to defeat it, was to find things that would be worthy of standing against it and weaving the fates as she saw fit. Again, I can't get to wherever she weaves them to, because unfortunately fate threads run from all creatures in the world. Very few are intentionally weaved together. That is why you are of such keen interest to me. However, whoever she reports to, I think, is out of touch as well. Which concerns me, because if she is an aspect of time and there is a god that manages time and I cannot move forward in time to study what possible outcomes there may be, whatever Burroughs did fucked up time as well.
It's honestly kind of impressive. Like, if he wasn't such an evil tyrant.
It's because he didn't fucking know what he was doing. He meddled in things he did not understand, and he wielded power far beyond his understanding.
I was about to ask. I was wondering if it was an insurance policy, you know?
He
That-
motions to you guys. He's like, I think that's you.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Wait, what's insurance?
Awful.
Terrible things.
Yeah. But he basically took out an insurance policy by blasting everything on his way out.
He didn't know what he was doing. Ma'am, you forget your history. That's what started the whole wars. He destroyed Gwair. And
I know that.
when he
Piece of
died, when he died, I observed the battle. No, stepping back into history to observe. You know, they wrestled from him the Aethermere and destroyed it. And in doing so, crippled his power, but it was the fault of heroes messing with artifacts they don't understand. That shattering sundered the sky.
So if you put all the shards back together, maybe fix the sky.
Thankfully for you all, Brendoinem works in interesting ways. There are other, as I said, few and far between are the threads of fate that are woven into casts of people that save our world. There are other groups that have been woven and are addressing the problem of our shattered sky. You all have been chosen for a more specific purpose.
They
Okay.
set the playing field, we deliver the killing blow, so to speak.
So to speak. And then maybe we can understand what the hell has happened to time. But my concern
Does make our
is
job quite simple then, point us in the direction we need to go.
continue the path you're walking, which is why I grant you gifts. You're all on the right. Time is destroyed, as far as I'm aware. Like whatever we weave now becomes reality. There's no greater force ensuring that time continues as it's intended. My
Must be frustrating being on the same level as the rest of us in that regard.
Don't sass me, Soren.
Didn't he start out like the rest of us?
I only meant it must be frustrating to be, forced to mingle with those who see time only as what has been, not what will be. An odd change of perspective.
It was interesting. Before, I used to be able to commune with different threads of time. It seemed this entity didn't really maintain specificity in what was going to happen. That all potentialities were possible. But choices of people made them real. However, with him out of contact now, it seems that all possibilities are possible and people could... Have you ever seen a pane of broken glass and all the pieces shattered and tried to put it back together?
Yeah,
I find mending works best.
that's why I learned mending.
Yeah, mending does
Doing it the
help.
first time by hand was not fun.
Mending does help, but have you inspected a mirror closer after you've destroyed it and fixed it with mending?
The lines are still there?
Inspections.
He summons a mirror, like just apparates a mirror out of the wall and shatters it. And then walks up, takes a piece, and intentionally flips it backwards and holds it and uses that backwards piece as the point from which he casts mending. And now
As
look
if
at
like,
it.
the metallic side is on our side instead
Yeah.
of the reflective side.
Yep. And now look at this through an ethereal lens and cast see invisibility on all of you. It doesn't have it. And you look through and you see that same kind of vision in the sky that while most of it's the same, a little piece that was intentionally left different has changed the way it reflects. Very slightly, the light comes through just differently enough that it's not noticeable unless you're looking at it in the correct way. This is what I fear you all face. The mirror's broken, and someone is changing a portion of it for themselves. And intends to change the rest of the world to a way that they see as it should be.
Who do you think this person is?
We know who it is. Well,
We have
We know
you
Mana's
think it is?
working for them.
we know one of their lackeys, yes, correct. Forgive me. We've spoken to you of Amana, yes?
Yes, I've heard that name. And what I've found of Amana in my histories of information that I have was really a minor lord of a subplane of the plane of death. Someone of rot and pestilence. But if you infect enough things, maybe you can infect the way that time and perception is too. However, I don't know what she is now or what she may become, but that's the problem is we are piecing together the broken windows of our future as we travel beyond these different panes of glass. And this person is attempting to fix it in her favor. And that's what your threads... Mana. Yes, her.
Imana.
Oh, okay.
And we have no clue what it is that she is in service to in the same way Brandonum is.
What did you call the thing that she served that she would eventually bring in? I don't know.
You said the Herald of Rot?
The Herald of Rot.
We mistakenly believe that she was the Herald of Rot, but apparently that is
Wrong.
interpretation on our part.
It's concerning because I have never heard of a Herald of Rot.
Perhaps a misnomer then, or some sort of...
Have you heard
symbol
of
identity?
a Herald of Rot? Like
Like a man named
Harrold?
Harold? No, not a
Yeah,
man
Herald of
named-
Rot. Maybe we just misheard it?
No.
First name
okay.
Harold,
Actually,
last name
nothing
Rot.
like that. No.
It's actually Uvrot, Uvrott. It's a very archaic surname.
No, nothing of that sort either.
All right. So all we have to do is figure out who that is and how to fight God. No biggie. Also where they are and what they want and how they're doing it and how to stop them.
That's the impossibility of what's to come, and that's the problem. We don't know what's out there. And if time is shattered beyond our world, but we all continue to exist, are they still existing? Are the planes still there? Is the world shattered in the universe beyond? The stars
Maybe
don't
we're just
move.
disconnected from it.
What if they're stuck?
I don't know. Maybe they are stuck.
Thinking, like, piecing weird ideas together. If we're thinking, like, he's talking about this plane of light that was like clocks and gear work and stuff like that, and thinking time's representation as a clock. If this shattering broke our connectivity to other planes, would it potentially just stop the clock so that it's been that same instant for them?
Yeah.
So, like, for us,
stars haven't.
passing,
Right. Stars
Because
don't move. Time
the
doesn't
stars don't
proceed
move.
them.
Everything else on the outside is the same. Everything here is changing.
Right,
We may
so,
be
like,
the only thing that is changing.
Right.
are we
I'm gonna
outside of time?
I'm going to give Sarah inspiration because, yes, the stars don't move. Only things within the protective bubble that is now shattered continues to move.
Everything else, that's why people can't go from here to there. That's
Right,
why we
'cause-
can't travel elsewhere, because then we get stuck. Like it's impossible. It's
Or
It's
like,
like-
there, it doesn't exist yet because there is still back then.
kind of, yeah.
That's my
Or
theory.
but I think
So
that
if we
it's
fix everything, would everything here go back
I
to
think
the
it would-
moment in time when
Everywhere
everything
else
shattered?
catch up.
or would it just
That or we just resume.
yeah.
Or,
Everyone
yeah, or
else
just- or
is
just
100
keep
years in the past or 150 years. I don't know my history.
they've just missed stuff for that time period.
And they just appear elsewhere, like where they should have been, where they should be, or they just resume.
I
Like,
think it would just be they resume. Because if they haven't,
I mean,
if
that
there's
would
no
be
deterministic-
logical, but we're not considering the pessimistic view here.
If there's no deterministic future, there's nowhere they should be. It's just they
Yeah.
are where they are, and then they would be allowed to continue going, like red light, green light.
well, when I said where they should be, I meant like physically, because you know how the moons rotate.
Oh yeah.
So if I had the ability to calculate it, I could calculate exactly what phase the moon will be in 273 years, right?
Right.
So we could theoretically calculate where the entire universe should be
It-
after the 150 years.
Just
Maybe.
putting it out there, Eos and Vicator don't move, but your player characters have no reason or rhyme to know why they wane and wax as they do. There's no scientific.
Yeah, that's still
explanation for that.
frustrating to me. I still hate it.
Mhm. Like there is a legitimate reason for why they do that, but your characters don't know it.
It's just something moving on the surface of the fucking moons.
Phase,
Dude, with a really,
despite
really
the
big
fact
blanket.
that there is no reason that the phases change, they do change regularly, which means we can calculate where they would be in the future. I don't know why I keep saying calculate. I don't really know what that word means. So you could figure out where things are supposed to be physically, but not necessarily time-wise. So we don't know like how advanced they'd get in 150 years. So in that space, they could resume, but maybe everything else is just held. But if you hold something back for a really long time, wouldn't it like build up a lot of energy? And like, you know, like a delayed blast fireball.
Or maybe that energy is being siphoned off by something or someone.
Ooh, I like that one. I do like that. That makes sense.
It also sort of lends to the idea that if there was something that was being taken from nothing, then all of what should be or could be outside of our world is raw potential.
Do you think the void has something to do with this?
I'm sure it does. I don't know how. None of this makes any fucking sense to me, but
Well, the void probably doesn't like this either.
why?
This was just the meddling of mere mortals, and the void doesn't seem to really like the meddling of mere mortals.
No, the void just doesn't like it when things are taken from it.
I don't think it cares about us. I don't think it even
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
in the
doesn't,
same way
doesn't
that
care.
you don't in the same way that you don't perceive, ants that are eating all of your storehoused food as
Well, I mean-
individuals with lives and personalities.
No, exactly. That's what I mean.
Someone
you don't
just
care
stole
about
food
them
from the
unless they're
pantry of the void, so it came back and took its food back. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if
yes.
something or someone was taking something from the void, and that's I don't know. I'm very confused and lost. I feel like you all know what's going on, and I never know what's going on.
No, I'm
Yes,
with you
maintain
on
that
this one,
illusion.
Isadora. I do not understand one bit.
I'm so lost.
Max and I know exactly what's going on. And Blair,
So
too.
Oh
much.
yes.
Multitudes of things that
Yes.
don't make sense.
And that's why you're
I'm
all in a
sorry,
coven
that's-
together.
That's what happens when you're old.
Hey,
Oh yeah,
I'm the
man,
second
age.
oldest.
I'm just so old, you guys. My back, I feel like,
Max.
is one day from getting thrown out.
I mean, I did steal your lower vertebrae, so
You
probably why
what?
your back's hurting.
What?
It's all right. You don't need it. That one's the spare one.
The spare vertebrae.
Yeah, there's a spare one. I took
You just noticed that our tail is like a little shorter.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
It's the one right at the base of her tail.
Yeah. Yeah, when you were
That's a
sleeping,
funny
just
thought, that
unclipped
two
it, took
things-
a vertebrae off, put it back on.
Did you know that the tail was detachable?
I mean, I've heard rumors, but no one's
Just
ever
a turn
grabbed it
of
hard
stress.
enough.
If you go through enough stress, it just pops off.
There's just
Does it reek
there is
like a
one
lizard
thing
folk?
though I've always been curious about Max Meal. Does your tail wag when you're happy?
Yeah, you haven't noticed?
It goes straight up in the air when she's excited.
Yes, and it does occasionally wag if I get happy. Just a little. Don't talk about it, okay? None of you guys have
No,
tails.
we're distracting from time breaking and rot
True.
happening and futures to be forged.
I mean,
and
I was going to say
items.
if none of you guys
We have
wanted
to find moments to have fun somewhere.
I
Yes,
understand it,
yes.
but again,
We also would like the gifts.
yes,
We've
you
just
are
been-
all, you are all fated for great things, and well, I've collected a few things over the years. And he waves the hand at a wall, and it apparates or disapparates, I guess. And there is a museum, a treasure trove of goodies. Some
Max's
of them on
tail goes
pedestal,
straight up.
some on pedestals, some on exciting, just piles of things. But there's a few things that are super exciting and interesting. And we are going to go on break.
Ooh.
And I would like everybody to provide me during break time with a very rare or rare item, because this is a person who has traveled through time and knows of all of you now that he's looked at your fates and what you're into. On the pedestals is something enticing for each of your characters.
You said rare or very rare?
Rare or very rare, including major and minor items. So we're gonna go on break. We're gonna give these guys 10 minutes or so to just tickle themselves pink with excitement of the things that they want to get. And if you want to leave it up to me, because I do have items in the backlog for each of you guys that I could give you, but if there's something specific, this is someone who has literally stepped through time to find what you want and may have set it up for you. So if there's something specific you're after, let me know. But we're gonna take a quick break, everybody. We'll be back soon. While these guys don't break away from their computers and sit here and drool at the massive list of 5e magic items that are available to them.
I mean,
Did you notice us all doing that?
Everybody just went, ooh, keyboards. All right, we'll be back in just a little bit, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us today. All right, we're back. Everybody's still looking at items. There's a lot of discussion happening on stuff.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. We back.
We're big.
Is that pretty straightforward there, Maddie, on what that does?
I have cool guns too if you want to give her something special.
You could.
It would probably need some tweaking because I make some weird shit, but
The thing about antimatter weapons is that they confuse me a little bit because upon matters and antimatter's collision, they like immediately just go away and there's a thing of energy. But in order for antimatter to be stored in some way, it needs to be inside of matter, right?
Magic.
Okay, so then the matter goes outside of the container and instantly hits air. Guess what? Air is a gas that is a matter.
Shh. Magic.
All right. I think it's all clicking for Maddie now. As I'm explaining this to her, she's just going, oh, shit.
Did you say
So it's
two things? Or are we all just getting one thing?
No, that is one item for you.
Yeah,
Like,
we're all getting the
I'm
one
asking
thing.
you if
We're going with
that
one thing.
option is what you want that I just sent you, because you're the only one that has a custom item. Everybody else basically found something that fits. I think that really would fit you for being the street
Yeah.
sweeping. Okay.
Here's another
Yeah.
bed.
Cool. Cool. Oh, let me double check this really fast. Everybody comes up with cool new items. Okay.
The cloak is still top tier, but that one's pretty funny.
Oh god, I want to give that to you just because of the shit you'll do with it. Do you want to go with that just for the fucking memes? Because my god, that's amazing. Just that
Would I
last
be able to
option.
find this in the world later? Because if
What do
so,
you-
I would definitely hunt this down later on the world.
What do you mean? Would you be able to find it? Oh, the cloak.
Yeah, either the cloak or the cauldron.
You may be able to find the cloak later, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't. Like that's, but like the cauldron, I'm gonna say the cauldron's. If you want to go for that, that's here. That's here, and that's your option.
Okay, I'd probably go for the cauldron then, just because the last line is fucking
That's
funny.
true. That's why it's so fucking good. My god.
It's on the cheap, but by god, is it gonna raise some eyebrows?
So, okay, I will definitely hit you back up with that later, Max. All right, so you all enter Ulrich's vault here of fancy loots that he's found from across time. And as you're drawn naturally to the items that are placed out there for you, and you start to reach hands out to grasp at them. He says, there's one small problem with all of these. Unfortunately, and I'm sorry.
Are they cursed?
Not so much, no. That's the problem. Is if it was a curse, I could just dispel the curse. But this is a problem I haven't figured out how to resolve yet. Mr. Soren, if you would, that set of braces that's very enticing to you. I see you eyeing them incredulously. If you would just,
gorgeous.
if you would please pick them up from the pedestal.
Walk over, carefully pick up one of them.
You reach out towards this set of bracers, and as you're reaching into whatever this containment field is for them, you see a dozen different types of hands reaching out to touch them of various types, and then no, it's quite safe. Just grasp them and pull them out.
Firmly
Reach and grab it. Like Indiana Jones, like full on, just snatch and grab.
So you grasp it. God dang it! I cleared my cache before I even got on here.
Firmly grasp it.
Gosh, I didn't know if you wanted to switch, but like I cleared my cache before we started today, and the music's not loading. So you might have to preload it for me before you fire it off.
Yep.
So these all have this little bit of a problem. All these things I've collected, they exist here in this time, but I've kind of borrowed them from other parts of time.
So they're on loan.
A little bit. It's more that if you use them, time might fuck with you.
In what way? I don't like that.
So here's
Sounds
the way.
enough already.
Here's the way these work. All of these items do exist, but they have temporal dissonance.
What does
So
that mean?
when you utilize the feature of the item, you lapse and you become slightly out of sync with the flow of combat. So if you use them during combat, shit gets a little bit weird. And then if you use them outside of combat, it just messes with you kind of for the day. But during combat, the way it works is you lose if you use something during combat that leverages your item, you get a -2 to your initiative roll, so you end up going slower in the initiative. And if your item is something that affects you outside of combat and you use them, then the owner, so if like some of you have chosen things that you can like make a potion and administer it to somebody, you as the owner of the item take a -5 penalty to dexterity based checks as you're like kind of warped a little bit through time and you bounce back to reality. And that -5 to dexterity, if it's an item outside of time, out of combat that you use, that happens for the day. But
So you just start rubber banding in real time?
Yeah. Yes, you're literally lagging in real time, I guess is the best way to put it. So with that explanation, do you guys take your items?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This is a win-win.
There is one that I know your friend Jaeger's not here, but that little drinking horn over there with the filigree of the dragon on the top, that's for him.
Awesome.
All right, we'll see to it that he gets it.
I'll put it in the bag of holding.
So, since everybody now has chosen said items and we can let everybody know what they are, we have for Soren a set of illusionist bracers. It requires attunement by a spellcaster. While wearing the bracers, whenever you cast a cantrip, you can use a bonus action to cast this on the same turn to cast the cantrip a second time.
Oh, sick.
Oh, that's cool.
We have for Blair a Cauldron of Rebirth. It functions as a suitable component for the scrying spell. And when you finish a long rest, you can use it to create a potion of greater healing, which lasts for 24 hours, loses its max action if it's not consumed. As an action, though, you can cause the cauldron to grow large enough for a medium creature to crouch within, and you can revert the cauldron to its normal size as an action, harmlessly shunting anyone who can't fit into an unoccupied space. And then if you put the corpse of a humanoid into the cauldron with 200 pounds of salt, for at least 8 hours, the salt is consumed and the creature's returned to life by raised dead by the next dawn, and the property can't be used for 7 days.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh dear.
Do you bring them to life or do they come back as a zombie?
As a zombie.
As a zombie.
No, raised dead?
It's raised dead. Sorry, hold on. Raised dead. Which raised dead is the 5th level necromancy. Which if the creature's soul is willing and it joins the body.
That's just returning somebody to life.
What?
It returns somebody to life.
Resurrection.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a resurrection.
Right. Okay. I was like, wait a minute.
Where are you gonna get 200 pounds of salt?
It's like 10 gold. You can get anywhere.
It's cheap. So if the body is God bless it, Foundry, quit sucking. Like it's not playing music for me again. If the body is longer than half of the time total, which is 10 days, after 5 days they return as attached. Because the body's been dead for too long.
So if you do it at like day 6,
they become touched.
Interesting. That's cool.
You guys die, I can cover you in salt and bring you back.
That's so funny.
Yep. Or Jaeger, a dragon
or I guess
vessel.
salty.
So for the dragon vessel, it gets all the options from below. So basically, he can speak a command word and fill it with the property of his choice, and any potions lose their properties after 24 hours. And since this is the weakened version, and he'll eventually craft it up into the legendary version, the weakened version can make a ale, olive oil, potion of healing, potion of climbing, mead, potion of fire breath, potion of greater healing, wine, potion of flying, or potion of superior healing.
Jeez. That's a very odd array of things.
Yep.
Just wait until the next one.
It doesn't make mayonnaise though. Disappointing.
He's like, here, take this, take this health potion. You drink it, and it's just pure olive oil.
Oh, I chose the wrong thing today. I'm sorry.
Darn it.
For Maximiel, a circlet of concentration, which allows the concentration of 2 spells simultaneously, or 12 seconds outside of initiative.
That's dope.
And for Isadora, the only custom option out of everybody.
What about Dorm?
No, he's saving me for
We're
last.
saving him for last.
Okay.
For Isadora, a clockwork ion stone from that plane of clocks we talked about.
Oh.
This is a custom item. It has 5 charges. It recharges 1d4 minus 1 per day. When she uses a charge, instead of rolling a d20 on an attack, she can just take a 10.
Oh, cool.
If she burns all charges, they do not charge. If she burns all charges as 1 free action, they do not charge for the rest of the day. You have to have a minimum of 2 for that, Isadora. You can't burn it down to 1 and then just use the feature. You have to use minimum of 2. If you burn all the charges on it, they do not charge until the following day. So not that night, but the next night. You get a full 24 hours of not using it, but you automatically critically hit all attacks for that round.
Oh, damn.
Damn, son.
So if she needs to force feed someone a shotgun again, Jaeger, watch out, because next time she may just absolutely fuck your world up.
Blow your fucking head off. You said if we use it in combat, it's a -2 penalty to initiative for that combat?
Yes. Oh, and
Okay.
sorry, and there's a condition.
I'm just like manually inputting it onto the thing now.
I need to look at my conditions. Where are my... On search.
Oh man, we don't have to find something to scry with. I have something to scry with now.
Yay!
Yay!
Spy on people.
I've eaten too many snacks, and my tongue hurts.
Oh no.
Oh.
When you eat too many like berries or fruit.
So
Yeah.
the out of combat one gives you a -5 to dexterity saving throws for the day as you're temporarily out of time. You also get that -5 just for a single round, though, if you use it in combat for your dex saves only. So your AC is still the same. Everything else is still the same. You get a -2 to initiative and -5 to dex saves as you kind of like lag in real time and come back.
Okay. It's for 1 round, you said?
Just 1 round. Yep. So it'll be at the beginning of your next turn. If nobody hits you with a dex save by the beginning of your next turn, you're totally fine.
Okay.
But the -2 to initiative is permanent for the entire combat.
Right.
No, it's
Right?
all it's to your next turn as well. So once you reach that turn, you kick back up in the initiative order if you're down in the like. So if you lose a spot, you pop back up to your time you were at. You get resynchronized, and you're like, okay, I've got this. And your next turn, you're good.
Okay.
So combat actions, they'll happen more often, but they're just a 1 round until the beginning of your next turn, and then it resets. Because some of you may be concentrating on multiple things for lots of time and will just constantly be getting herself bunched down to the -2 zone. But hey, she'll be fine because she'll be concentrating on multiple things at a time.
I call this the circuit of multitasking.
And for our favorite barbarian, because the only way to play is memes, a full 22 card deck of many things.
Oh
Oh
no!
no!
Oh no!
Oh,
If it's coming from out of time, it has all of it. So
Fun, Dord.
look, man.
Oh God, help me! What have I done? This is, you know what? No, I'm pinning this on all of you. You're the ones who called me no balls if I didn't take it.
Yes.
Actually, technically, that was just Sarah.
That was just me.
Sarah.
You got peer pressured by.
But literally, you put it up. You're like, haha, memes. You're not going to do this. And as soon as you took your headset off and walked away, I asked the group, and everybody said yes, yes.
Yeah.
So much yes.
I shouldn't have gone to the bathroom.
I mean, of course, it is your decision. You know, Zach, if you don't want to, you don't have
just
to, and we're not
have
going to
it.
judge you.
Fucking shit stirrer. Stop it.
Just before you pull a card, give me all your money.
Yeah, give us all of your stuff, all of your money, everything you might need to
I
survive
don't
wherever you
think
end
it
up.
works like that, but
Take off your loincloth.
Just pull the card, see what happens.
Don't tell us anything.
Like
impulsively, randomly. all the time.
Ulrich walks up behind you as you get that, and he goes, "I didn't know if you'd want that. It's a really interesting one. However, just don't play cards in a tavern with it. Leave it in the box. Open it only when needed, and pray." You seem powerful enough as is that you didn't need additional help. This was just mostly because someday you might be in a situation where you need to tempt fate, and this is the best way to do so.
We'll keep that in mind.
Ooh, what's that deck? You want to pull a card and show us the top one?
I'm literally racking my brain right now trying to remember where the hell I put my deck of many things just so I could like have it handy, and I don't know where it is, so it's gonna have to wait a week, unfortunately.
We can actually set it up in Foundry to under the like card stacks thing.
Yep, there's tables available in Foundry. Like I'm pretty sure I can import the deck of many things right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's deck of.
Oh wait, I think I might know where it is. Hang on. That was my green screen falling over entirely.
Oh God.
Oh no, there's a rip in space and time.
Technical difficulties, please stand by.
We're losing him. The deck has a mind of its own.
Oh no, now everybody's face is wrong.
Oh no.
How is there not on 5e tools? There it is. We don't have a roll table for this.
Oh, for the deck?
Mm-hmm.
I think there isn't.
Orin, pull your deck out.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
That's the universe trying to warn me, I think.
Who sent me that Yu-Gi-Oh meme earlier?
Pull your deck out.
I think it was Steph.
Pull it.
Pull the deck out. Do it.
Oh God. Pullet's
Grab your
dying.
deck and twist it.
Grab
Yeah,
his deck.
grab his deck and twist it.
Twist his dick!
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God.
Old dick
We're-
twist.
We
I'm
are
gonna send this to you. Steph
no.
sent it to me and Rachel earlier.
Oh no.
It's just the thing about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Anyways.
Oh yeah, I think she stabbed me this as well.
My grandfather's deck.
Good Lord.
Oh, 4 kids. What a terrible job you all did forever.
Not wrong.
We're way back to base. I need to go buy 200 pounds worth of salt.
Who's gonna carry all that salt for you?
Doran.
Bag rolling?
Mm-hmm. Bag of holding, yeah.
Yeah, I got a bag of holding.
Just pour the bag. Just pour the salt in the bag of holding.
No. Individual bags, 10 pounds each. Do not fuck up everything in there with salt.
Just pour the salt in.
Yeah,
Max,
keep
I
it
need
coming.
your bag of holding. Just open your boobs for 2 seconds.
Yeah, sure.
It's gonna take a minute.
Someone's watching. They're just like, where the fuck is all that salt going?
Why are you salting her tits? Stop. It's very upsetting.
Good Lord.
I guess you could say it's saltity.
What?
It's not salty. It's saltity.
Oh God, that was terrible.
Christ. Oh no.
Oh, I need this emoji in the chat now. There you go, salt, all of it. Anywho,
Salt.
you guys
Salt.
finish picking up your stuff, and
Salt.
well, yeah. Again, I hope that this helps you all greatly, assist you with what you need. But that's all I've got. He goes to cast a spell again. Sorry, did you have any questions? Otherwise, I will remove you from this place. I'm sorry.
You want
What does
anything
this
less
stone look like?
store in your?
Your
What
stone.
does this stone look like?
It looks like an open face pocket watch. Like it shows all the gears and stuff ticking. It's just a floating little pocket watch under your head. It like orbits around your head.
Is this a museum or is this more just your personal storehouses?
No, this is my stuff. Thank you.
All right, never mind then.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you know what dragon I'm related to?
Good question.
No, I didn't know you were related to a dragon.
Yeah.
Really, the scales didn't give it away?
Covered
I'm-
in scales.
No, I just
Part
haven't.
dragon?
I haven't looked into you that much. I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine. You just know a lot of things, so I was wondering if you knew
No.
that.
No, it's
Yeah.
just that you're not that important.
I know, but you seem to know a lot of things.
I do, but no,
Yeah.
not about everybody.
Do you know of any blue dragons?
Well, I know lots of blue dragons. Yes.
Okay. Do you know where they are?
Well, there's a lot of them on Udaland.
Okay.
Any that are close to Cartier? Or,
No.
I suppose any of the deserts.
Nope, I've not been keeping up with dragons as of late.
Do you know of any who may have had a tryst with like a bard 200 years ago?
No.
Okay. Worth a shot.
Do you
I
have
have
a running tab on who they bed?
In my time when I've seen a lot of bards fuck a lot of dragons. Like a running theme.
Have you
I don't
seen
understand
any
why that's-
tieflings, like pink tieflings, bed a blue dragon
I
in your
mostly
time?
meant questions, about anything that I've talked to you about, not where do dragon tiefling girls come
I
from.
have a real question if
That's like a huge question that pertains to me. That's why I set out in the first place, is to find out who I am.
He casts
Anyways,
silence
I'm
around
sorry.
Maximiel.
It's fine.
If necessary, can we send to you? Should we need to?
Yes, but again, I have lots of things going on. It's not really
I'm sure.
my business of what you're up to, but you guys have things that are decided for you that you get to go deal with, and the world has placed its faith in you, whether you choose for it to or not, or whether you think it's a good idea or not. The universe really doesn't give a shit.
It was more specifically if we should find something that might interest you.
Oh, well, in that case, absolutely.
But I thought. All right. Well, that's
Do you
all
have
for me.
anything that does interest you that we could keep an eye out for?
You hear Max, you see Max gesturing and talking as there's a cone of silence cast around her.
Oh, I got one. Do you know what'll happen to the ethereal plane when the Kirzek walks through here and starts fucking shit up?
No, Kirzek's an interesting creature, though. I think some of the stories are a little bit conflated and, they're not really as concerning as people say they are, but at the same time, I don't really know. That was a strange creature. When I first heard of it, I was interested, but hard to find information or concrete proof about what they could do. Lots of speculation.
Really? What would that speculation be? Because there's one attached to him. She just casually gestures to the where
wall
Jaeger's
is
item
here.
was. To Jaeger's string.
Yeah, well, I mean, no, not really. It's just mostly conversations I've had, and those are things I've documented in my personal journal, which is not available for the public. Thank you. It's my information.
What?
My
You
journal.
asked us
It's private. There's
why would
things
you
in there I
ask us
don't
that
want you reading. No.
questions?
Are you still writing that fanfic in there?
Oh.
Good day. And all of you start teleporting away.
Oh my god, it's not just Max.
No, story. You find that a lot of really charismatic or intelligent people tend to just write a smut.
I think that's just how that is. I think that's headcanon. For me, at least.
Yay! I have a deck of many things table now. Boop, done.
Oh no.
It's ready for you. It's a 1d22. Good luck, friend.
Pull it. Pull one.
Easy for the
Touch it.
You can actually just straight roll that.
Yes, you can. You can just do /roll 1d22.
Oh my god.
But I went ahead and
really?
made the table just to be safe. Anywho. You all head out of the library then, heading back to the safe house?
Yeah.
Do you guys mind if we buy that salt on the way?
You guys are walking out and like you hear two people walking by. I cannot believe the things they're saying he did with familiars. I know, it's unheard of.
Izora just goes, "That's not all he did to him." It just walks away.
Very strange looking outsiders saying things to us.
I'm just
Interesting.
petting my poor Astrid, like, oh, poor baby.
Oh god.
Max would like to do something very similar to what she did the first time. But now when they're talking about, oh wow, he was such a weird guy, and go, full Farrellin form, but go, yeah, but I heard Lady Seraphina was like, honestly, really trying to help the people. It really sucks what he did to her too. I mean, gosh, I hope that she, is okay and well. I look forward to when she comes back, which will be very soon from what I've heard, and then keep walking away.
Performance, persuasion, or deception. Isadora, the only reason it didn't work for you is because you don't have disguised self.
What weird outsiders that intimately know our business.
Yeah.
31.
Jesus.
Fuck off, God.
All right.
Oh, the fun of birds.
31.
Fucking Sork bards. The worst. All right, 31.
Anything
The rumor starts to spread like wildfire about how much Lady Seraphina was actually trying to help the people. To where those two
tortured.
Yeah. Those two were so interested by what you said as you tried to duck them. I need you to roll a stealth check if you're trying to blend back in with the crowd or lose them. And not do so in a fashion that's like you literally dropping your disguised self right in front of them.
Oh yeah, I don't drop my disguised self right in front of them, but stealth. It's not terrible. 15.
Ooh. All right. They are interested in pursuing you and asking questions. Let's give them 2 perception checks. 1 at a decent perception and 1 at a shitty perception. Ooh, you see one of them loses you quickly, but the other one's like, oh, she's right there. Ma'am, what else did you say? Please. Any other information you have? And they literally corner Maximilian Farrellin form against the building. They're like, what else did you hear? We need to know more.
Well, it was quite a terrible tragedy of what happened to Lady Seraphina. I mean, I heard that she was kept there against her will, and that she was trying to do her best to speak for the people, but Lord Valicor, he was just being an ass and truly cruel to her. It was terrible from what I've heard. I know someone who knows Seraphina.
I send peepers over to Maximil, and if she wants, he will cast Dimension Door to get her out of there.
Yes. Would you look at that? My familiar has appeared. I need to go. There is something happening back at the lab. And she steps through the dimension door backwards.
They both like look around like you're familiar and then look back and you're gone.
Drops the disguise self. Okay.
Whoa,
all right.
Where did you come from?
Where'd I go?
Where'd you
Where did you come from, Cotton Eye?
Thank you.
We're all the worst people, okay?
Or the best.
So you all head back to the hideout then, or are you buying 200 pounds worth of salt?
Can I buy 200 pounds of salt, please?
Yes.
200 pounds salt.
And then pour it between the titties.
No, I'll leave it in the bags.
No, it's okay. I have the bag of holding for a reason.
Gonna get all over.
It's not. We can siphon it in.
Okay, just like shove the bags themselves in, you know? Like that would
Yeah.
be easier to keep it.
No, far too easy. Gotta make it hard. Gotta make it weird.
It's not weird. Already.
You just see Blair like shoving bags of salt between Max's
You
titties.
guys managed to find some poor common shop person, like just a general goods store. It was like, yeah, I keep a bunch of salt in the back. You need 200 pounds of it though? Okay, yeah.
I need 200
Absolutely.
pounds.
She brings you back to the back.
Transporting this? Do you need a bag?
Yeah, she's
no,
like,
no. We're
can I
good.
get you a porter or something to get this taken care of? So yeah, she'll sell you 200 pounds of salt for 10 gold.
Nice.
The price she paid for it. She's probably got like 300 pounds back there in just big 50-pound salt sacks.
Mm-hmm.
People that are curing meat and whatever.
Yeah, and she
Max opens the pocket in the bra.
the bra of holding.
Yep.
All right, Max. This is gonna feel weird.
All right. Yep.
She is super confused on the first bag. It's like, take it back. The second bag goes in and she's starting to figure out. The third, it like almost looks like she's trying to catch a peek, but she's like, what the fuck is happening here?
Isadora was like, oh, don't worry, Max, I got you. Blair, let's tag team.
Down smash salt.
And then by bag four,
Salt
she's
into
like,
dust.
did you really make a bra of holding out of your bag?
Yeah.
And she looks down, and this is a rather well-endowed woman. She's like, God, that would be so comfortable.
It is. I can give you the name of the.
How much did it cost?
Honestly, not much. It was a steal, and they also like make it lifting, anti-sweat. It's awesome. So it can make them look good and weigh nothing.
But they just hang out in the.
No, mine
Void.
don't hang out in the void. I have a pocket. Like the bra itself is a pocket.
Gotcha. Okay.
You just
And
said
she's
that.
like, yeah.
Let him
Okay.
dangle in the void.
It's in the
Yeah,
void.
letting them dangle in
They
the
get
void
told if they're in the
could
void.
be nice, but it may also like feel a little weird. And also, some of us want to like, have something there.
I mean,
so
yeah,
like,
it would look rather
Max
flat.
is intimately acquainted with the void.
Max and the void have gotten to second base.
I'm gonna go jump off a bridge now.
There's no way the void is behind
Hey
all this,
Josh,
dude.
Josh, remember how I originally came up with this whole world and like what the void actually represents and like how fucking weird this is for me now?
Fucking weird this is for me now.
Why? What are we appropriating here?
I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually.
Oh dear.
Nope, that's just Josh and my terrible inside joke now.
We deal with the
Oh,
void later. Just
no.
a pair of tits hanging out the top corner.
There's so many.
and it's weightless too, so it's just
I would imagine it feels like being in a pool, but maybe I'm wrong.
yeah. I mean that would
Except
provide
less
so
wet.
much
It's
relief.
just anti-grav titty pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, like a sensory deprivation tank.
Yeah, there you go.
Max is not the only one to have come up with this. It's like it's like there's like a gallery.
It's literally tits in space. There's just some poor goblin that like some other adventuring group stuffs into a pocket dimension because they're like, we're gonna put the goblin in there, and then he gets in there and looks up, and there's just
And it's just
hanging in the
titties.
void everywhere.
Instead of like that eldritch scene of like the space is all just eyes, it's just boobs, just
Good God.
he's like,
This is a good way to die.
It's just like bongoing all of them.
I've died and gone to heaven.
It's like,
a lot of
what do I feel?
a lot of really frustrated customers all of a sudden are like, something grabbed me.
Something's grabbing
He
me
might,
through the
he
bra.
might be dying because he's got no oxygen in there, but he's going out like a champ.
He's going out like a champ.
He's gonna cop a feel if it's the last thing he does.
It was the last thing he does.
Literally, all I think about is this meme is just Kenny floating in space. It's boobs gonna get sent to hell.
You're going to hell, you're going to hell.
So Sam.
No.
Sam! That's Where is Sam?
Oh no. Sam,
Killed Mel.
Bro.
Over to the void.
Nah.
yeah, let Maddie handle that one.
No.
It's
Maddie gets to draw the
time
titty
in
void.
the void.
Maddie's too busy drawing
I
other
get to-
things that are very, very flattering to Doran.
Yeah, it's like that Rick and Morty episode, like Schrodinger's cat.
The-
It's just
the titty
Schrodinger's
void.
tits.
Yeah. Scroting. Oh my god.
So let me retire now, I think. We have not quite
The
reached
titty void.
money yet.
Sam, what did you commission this week? You know, it's the last thing I've ever commissioned, but you'll
You'll
never
be
fucking
a-
guess.
Yeah, I've officially retired from
Astounded.
commissions and school and life, really, but
You'll never guess what it was.
Oh man. God.
They're gonna put that one up in a museum.
What do you think the artist
of
was
all,
feeling when they
I
painted
love
this?
the idea of
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the incredible artwork that Sam has done across the years that we've known her, but like even before that, and then that's what gets put.
The crowning achievement.
That's what she
It's like-
retires off of. Is it's a multimedia art experience, and you get to walk into the bag of
The
holding.
void of titties.
And
The bag of holding
that's what
itself.
she's known for. The Momo would love it.
Mama would love it.
Momo would
Also
love
would
it.
love it.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Oh, these beers
Anyway,
are
D&D.
dumb.
So you know how most adventuring parties get together and like end up owning a tavern? Yeah, I think we have our group business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
We don't own tavern, but we are good friends.
yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, Tavern can make it happen.
Did you know Tavern could make it happen as a MoMA exhibit? Just saying.
Tavern could.
Tavern could be the exhibit.
Hmm.
We gotta pitch it to him.
No, we don't.
Have you
We
ever
really
wondered
don't.
what it
Charge
was like
like
to be on
10
the
gold a
inside of a
person.
bag of holding?
So
What about
you
walking
leave and you're on the
Pocket dimension.
streets.
We have our salt.
You're on the
We have our
street.
salt.
We have our salt.
We're on the street. We're here.
Remember when you just said that deck of many things was gonna be like the
I need you to pull like 8
Correction,
cards like right now
like,
because holy
side
shit.
rail, like that.
Oh my
that
God.
wasn't even close to what just happened.
Okay.
Good times.
This woman is very concerned, has her pile of 10 gold, just
And has the recommendation for where
has a
Mac got
recommendation
bra.
for where to go for the bra. And there's going to be suddenly a lot of flat-chested appearing women in Fairland culture because this is probably going to spread like wildfire as well. Because you know Sarah the bar or Max the bar, not Sarah. It's probably a Sarah pitch at this point. The bra of holding.
Sarah's just Max's alias.
That's true. That's if you have to write under a pen name, it's Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
But heading back to the safe house now.
I think so.
Yep, you do the eye thing,
Oh.
and he approaches Claude, comes up. You all ready to go now?
Yes. Sorry.
That's quite all right, ma'am. It's very strange, but most women complain about a couple of large ones, and you've gone ahead and stuffed in another 200 pounds. It's quite impressive. But it's this way.
He saw it.
He sees everything.
He's always giggling
He's
and
a
like
changeling
nudging
and following
Max.
you guys, so the only place he couldn't find you, he was very scared for, running around as a beetle for a moment, was the freaking or whatever, some small humanoid
Oh.
was when you guys disappeared in the tower, but then you came back. So Jaeger, during the
Yes.
boobed capades of everybody else,
Listen, we got some stuff done.
Got some stuff
We did.
done. With your roll of a 26.
Ooh.
Plus the assistance of the others there.
Nice.
You guys are able to stabilize Seraphina. It was pretty touch and go for a while, but she's gonna have to live for a while with some of the pieces in her before she regains her strength to actually remove them. But you've taken out the most toxic of the arcane implements that are implanted in her and that are basically keeping her in a weakened state that would have threatened to kill her. You found and removed the most important ones. And now she's at a point where she's been healed and now she's asleep because some magical healing was able to hold on her and she's in a state of rest and just recovering. But after a while, brain fart because we got to talking about boobs and I got so distracted. Liliana, I think Liliana, is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah. She as things kind of come out of the woods and you shake hands with these other people, doctor. There's some mutual respect shared. Some people, point out some things that they were very impressed that you did, but they basically wrap up what they're supposed to do, walk by Liliana, pick up a bag of money because they're all paid for their work, and they leave. And it's kind of a few people watching, and you left, and she brings over a bottle that sits down, like just on the kind of the bedside table, pours a couple glasses, and just hands one to you, holds one up, and goes, "That's very impressive. You don't know how much I owe you, so cheers."
There's not much necessary. I mean, least I could do. Cheers.
It has been quite a stressful time, but you have saved us a lot of heartache and concern. And now I don't have to assume the role of my sister, and we can expose Velikor for what he truly was and encourage the people to make a move to democracy for themselves.
Fair enough.
And as you guys are sharing that drinking conversation, she shows emotion really heavily for the first time and kind of falls into your arms, sobbing in relief, and just kind of collapses and lets you. It goes in hoping that you'll just hug her for a minute.
Yeah, I'll put an armor. I won't hug her because I'm kind of taken. I'm sorry, lady. But I'll put my arm around her and comfort her, and I'll just.
You shift from the front hug after the cheers to the Christian side hug of like, oh yeah, it's all good.
It'll be comforting because I'll put some weight behind it, but it's not going to be like a actual like embrace type of thing. Like if my wife saw that, I'd probably be dead. So respectful boundary of I'm taken, but I will say,
side hug.
Yeah, exactly. I'll say to her, now I told you. A little bit of hope could go a long way.
Yes, I know.
Doesn't always mean that it comes in forms that you think, but it could also mean luck too. So here's for tomorrow.
Thank you. And she, you kind of got her in the side thing. She goes, I grow you. Oh, you're great, Zia. And she like just friendly kiss on the cheek of thanks, not like just her kind of fashion. But the rest of you walk in the door as this woman is being held by Jaeger and plants a kiss on his cheek and sees the group of you, and she immediately breaks from the hug and grabs more alcohol and walks away.
It went well.
It definitely did not look awkward to the rest of you guys. You're fine.
I think we're okay.
Happiness.
Yeah.
All right.
We're not through the woods. I mean, she's definitely not, but there's still some recovery that needs to happen, but
she is much better. Yeah. Already she's in a much better state than she was. Like now she's not actively, she needs time, but she's not actively fighting for her life anymore.
Well done.
Yeah.
Hager, here's the thing.
Out from the titties.
I need a drinking horn?
Yes, you do. This one.
It's empty. I wish it had meat in it.
Take a look at it right now.
Fills with meat. Haha. Well, that's nifty.
Yeah, it has a list of things it can do.
You do need to attune to it. So if you snap attune to it, yes, it fills with mead.
Sure. Just forget that we have that.
Isadora, being really, really, really excited to show her new toy, activates it and is like, look what I could do. And she like takes like a little spitball and it just accurately, just 110%, barely grazes past Jaeger and like just like this close hits him. Like does barely, it passes him and it hits the wall behind him.
The taste.
I did that on purpose.
It's literally a faceless stopwatch floating around her head.
I try and grab it.
Sure. It operates like an ion stone.
So it's a
So how does that work?
So an ion stone floats around. They have to make an attack out and use an action to try to grasp it from you. They have to make a 24 attack roll or an acrobatics check to seize the stone.
I'm gonna try and grab it just for funsies.
Sure. You reach at it and it kind of ducks away. It like moves around. It stays floating around Isadora's head.
I want to do something back to Isadora, but like point my finger at her and shoot a bottle off the bar with finger guns. And it just actually explodes like a real gun.
How?
You hear it like a gunshot and the thing explodes.
How did that?
Yeah. I didn't need some magic doodad to do that.
Holding his magic doodad that's got a horn of mead now.
Well, I'll drink from this.
He says as he sips from his magic doodad.
Yes,
Yeah.
it seems we were all given something special, although I don't know about this thing.
Yeah, what did you
Pick a
get?
card. Pick a card. What, I mean, what's the point of getting a deck if you're not going to pick the cards? What is the thing anyways?
It is weird.
It's like he drops the whole deck and all the cards play.
Thankfully, you have to draw one.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't explain to you what these cards do?
Not really. He just said not to use them for playing poker. So I assume that means something interesting happens if I were to try and...
He did give you enough of information that you know that this deck has chaotic outcomes. Could be good or could be bad.
Well,
Chaos. Good news.
maybe later when, things have calmed down a bit.
I mean, pull something from it and it kills you. I can just put you in this little pot and you'll come back to life.
Well, thank you for that vote of confidence, Blair.
I just gotta cover you in like a lot of salt.
I mean, I could just stab you with this rod too.
It's funnier if you put their bodies in a cauldron, though.
You
can pretend we're making dragonborn stew.
No, you're making dragon jerky. Dragonborn jerky.
Are you going to come out all dehydrated?
All dehydrated? Quick, we didn't get him some water. He's like SpongeBob from that one episode. I don't need it.
I don't need it.
Ben, what I know about like range of consequences / benefits from this deck?
Make an Arcana check, then possibly.
Okay, I don't know how common they are to be like told of in stories in arcane circles. 25.
25. You've heard that these things do exist. The ones you've heard of don't have a lot of cards in them. Mostly made of like they're either ivory or vellum, but then when you draw them, you have to declare how many you draw. And then depending on what you take, supposedly like the effect fades from existence and like the deck continues to exist.
But they stop being magical.
They just, the card crumbles to nothingness and stops existing. So most of the decks you've heard of that have been studied have fewer cards than like 13 or 14 cards. This is he can open the box and show you, and you can count them individually. There are 22 cards in there.
Okay.
And you've heard that's the estimated total number of cards in the deck. There are 22.
Any interesting stories of like good things / bad things?
You've heard of people being imprisoned in extra dimensional like spheres or suspended animation, just like popping into being completely consumed by this stuff. Other ones, you've heard of things changing strangely, like the Fates card. Like those stories you don't know because things have changed permanently. So other things are like people have changed their fates because of this, but you don't know what that means. They're just like, there's been evidence that people have said that they changed their fate as a result of this, and that's all you have. And you've heard of people getting riches beyond their wildest dreams, as well as people becoming into your service, or others just being completely killed outright.
Interesting.
So
okay.
Range from the super awesome to the super terrible.
You should definitely be careful with that. A lot of odd things can happen.
I mean, it's a deck of cards. What harm could come from a deck of cards, really? And
well, a lot. They all have magical effects, and some of them are very dangerous, and some of them are quite special. What am I talking about? You know what it does.
Well, I mean, yes, vaguely. It's magical cards that have some kind of influence on reality, either good or bad.
Well, in the interest of gift exchanging, Blair,
Yes.
I know you were very interested about that scepter.
Yeah.
I will warn you, it is potentially very dangerous. It allows things to influence your mind much easier. You think you are, and again, I know this is a loaded term, responsible enough to handle that, knowing full well that if things bad happen to you, they could potentially echo onto us as well. Have it.
Do my best.
Good enough. Take the rod, kind of flip it to the head, hand it to her, handle first.
Whee!
Oh no.
Do be careful.
Instantly cast.
All right, I will take the
Lightning
item
bolt, lightning
from
bolt, lightning bolt.
Yeah.
inventory and put it in Blair's.
It is cursed, but it is also very useful, and I think you might be able to make good use of it. And if
You
you ever
don't
want to
wanna
get rid of
use
it,
So we give
Things like-
Blair a cursed item, but when Max wants a cursed item, it's all, no, be careful, Max. You can't have a cursed item. It's
That's so
stealing your
becoming an
soul.
enemy.
you from
So you becoming
reality,
an enemy
from
in front of my
existence.
All right, you've got
this
it
at
in
least
there.
is
Attunements required.
this is at least mildly detrimental rather than explicitly.
All right, all right.
We let Doran have cursed shoes, and then we had to fucking rip them off.
Yeah, well, you had to rip off my
Remember what his
gloves, too.
feet looked like?
Ugh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
So
Just
you do
keep
have to
Eyes
also,
out.
you'll have to drop attunement to one thing if you want to attune to the cauldron as well, since you're at 3.
I'm only attuned currently to the pentacle bow and the slippers of spider climb.
Yep, but you got the Necrosarge Scepter, so if you use that, just so you know, we do instant attunement, but if you want to unattune for something, it's a long rest.
Yeah. And then, did you put the cauldron in my inventory? Because I don't
Not
see
yet. Nope. I DM'd you back. I'm putting everybody's stuff in at the end of the game so I can type away
Got it.
type away and not ignore stream for 20 minutes here.
I got mine already.
Perfect. Doran, you continue to eye the deck, or you folding to peer pressure, or letting it ride for a while until you decide to let the madness loose.
To you, Zach.
That's the problem, is you
Worried
give
about
someone
the
a deck of
chaos, you
many
can do it
things.
outside.
This is the if you give a mouse a cookie.
This is absolutely that of D&D.
If you give the barbarian a deck of many things.
think I gotta try and pull one.
How many do you want to pull? You have to declare it, and then I need a confirmation that you're pulling it.
I will declare a pull of a single card for now.
Okay. Confirming,
It's all
Zach,
back up.
that you absolutely want to pull one card from the deck of many things.
My name is Zach Lavoie, and being of sound body and mind, I am pulling a single card from the deck of many things. God help us all. Why with the music, Josh?
All right.
Your buttholes, chat. Here we go.
You may either utilize the roll table, or you can roll a d20, and I will pick right now in my mind a number between 1 and 20 to start from, or 1 and 22 to start from, and then I'll count off from there and tell you exactly what you pull. How do you want to do it? Do you want to roll on the table, or do you want me to choose my start point and you roll?
I have just rolled in thing, and it's a 22 right off the bat.
So we're just going straight up with the roll.
Yeah.
Neat.
Which card is
really
this?
Oh no!
Hold on to your butts.
Oh no! I just read that
You-
table.
you-
I know what the last one is.
You
No,
pull out a card
I didn't see a table.
that written on or drawn on the front of the card. Let me double check here. You declare one. So this card is the depiction of the jester. And then it fades from your hands and you see it reappear visibly within the deck. You have two choices.
Okay, it's not what I thought it
Dorn,
was.
you can either gain 10,000 XP, which essentially in ours is you gain a level, or you can draw 2 more times.
I'm taking a level. I gotta level up. That's amazing.
Fucking wow.
Holy
Nice.
shit.
You just see this card go poof, and then Doran just gets a little bit bigger.
Shoots up like 5 centimeters and gets a little.
Yeah, just-
Yep. Man, you got lucky because if it was a 21, it could have got way bad.
Oh man. Oh, that's so funny. You're gonna be
You
like
were
one
ready
level
with
ahead
that
of us.
music.
Josh is ready with the music tonight.
Oh wow.
To level up.
You gain.
He
You
was
gain a
ready
level.
for you to fight the embodiment of death itself.
Ultra instinct.
You watch as Doran pulls from this and literally gets tougher.
Literally
So
just gets
the
tougher.
question is how ballsy do you feel if you're gonna draw again, or if you're just gonna? Oh, also, you do get a -5 to your deck saves for the day.
Yeah.
Because you all watch as he temporarily displaces and kind of like shakes his head, comes back into, and you feel yourself shunted to different spots in space and time. As this deck existed across space and time in different places, you reach out across those and appear in another space and time for a brief flash of a moment, but then you come back to where you exist. Probably the last time somebody else pulled the jester is when you appeared. But yeah, you feel real tough, and now you're considering again. Oh, this can't be all that bad. Do you draw again or not?
Doran, why do you look beefier?
What happened? You like grew a little bit.
Don't know.
He looks
You
mildly
feel like
stronger.
you gained months worth of experience in a moment.
It feels like it's like time shifted or something to what I feel like I've had more life experience, if that makes any sense.
He got more
You know how to-
gains.
Like you know how to apply for a mortgage now.
Like I suddenly care about HOAs. Yes,
Oh no. Should always care about HOAs.
you should. They're terrible.
So you can avoid them.
Yes. That's not bad.
Yeah, okay. Good or bad, what are your chances of doing this again and it also turning out good? You know, like maybe we should chill out for the night.
I mean, you have a 1 in 21 chance of it being,
122. That card goes back in the deck.
Oh.
Oh.
So you
Sister
have
goes back in.
The jester and the
1
fool
in
both go back
22
in the deck.
chance. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you could pull that again.
Yeah.
Power leveling.
That's crazy. A 1 in 22 chance of power leveling.
It's your
Or
choice,
you could be
barbarian.
forced
How
to
beefy
face
and
the
how tough do you
avatar
feel?
of death itself.
Yeah, but like, you know.
I mean,
I've
listen.
selected a new spot for you to start off the list. If you're going to roll again, I've chosen a spot, and I'm also DMing it to someone to be safe. So
I'm gonna take about like 10 steps back.
One more.
Stepping backward.
One more can't hurt, right? I mean, one more.
You sound
Five
like an
feet.
addict. I think you need help.
This is a gambling
Doran.
addiction.
This is now gambling.
is-
You are gambling.
Doran,
I love it. Do it again.
Zach, are you claiming, or is Doran pulling a single card out of the deck of many things?
Doran is pulling another single card out of the deck of many things, and I rolled a four.
No.
Oh,
No.
I DM'd my starting place to somebody else. Okay.
It's kind of weird that that's the starting point.
I know, that's so weird. Wow. Really? Hold on, I gotta check some stuff here really fast.
Uh-huh.
I need to pull up a source book really quick.
Oh no!
Oh no.
oh God.
It's either very good or very bad.
How
What
do
did you roll?
I
A
can't tell
4?
you yet. Hold on.
How funny would it be if he rolled like the dragon card? Just
That'd
got
be
a
funny.
baby dragon.
Is that what that does?
Yeah.
Just become a baby dragon.
No,
Or
just a
you-
baby dragon appears in
you
your
get
feet and it thinks
a-
you're its dad.
Oh,
Oh,
that's hilarious.
Doran becomes a
That would
dad.
That would be
That'd be
good.
fucking funny.
I don't see that one here. What?
There's
Oh, is that
multiple
from the-
variations, but it's one of the
Oh.
ones.
Oh, okay, I was like, is that
They're
from a...
different names,
I know-
but
I know they made a new book of deck of many things, whatever.
Mhm.
For
the
that.
ones where it's a different name. I don't like how
I'm
much
sorry.
looking up he's having to do.
I have to do a bunch of looking up. I apologize. It's gonna take me just a minute.
That's terrifying.
Oh,
What
I'm
did you
so-
fucking roll?
I'm so worried, but I'm also like, it could be great. It could be really great. It could
Is
be
it
terrible.
Is it from the starting point he goes up for?
Yes, so you know what number he's at.
Oh no.
No. Yuck.
Where's this table? I want.
I'm definitely not pulling any more after this.
I think he has ownership of the table, but we don't.
I do. Apologies. That's the problem, is because there are many options.
Oh,
What
no.
song do I play for this one?
No, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's
basically
definitely
that.
the
The
clown
Arrested
music.
Development theme song.
Or Curb Your Enthusiasm theme song.
Or yeah, no, not Arrested. Curb, yeah.
When he gets the
Tara,
battle
what
points,
are
he
you
just becomes
playing with?
evil.
It's slime?
It's a
Is it
green,
green? Green
it's
slime?
green
Okay.
slime.
Yeah, she was doing it last week or last time we played. Remember, she was tearing apart the fabric of reality.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Imagine he pulls the fool card right after this. After
That would
the,
have been
yes,
that would have been
That-
hilarious.
That would be
That
funny.
would have been
fucking
funny.
funny.
Like, I feel the same. This is bullshit.
Feel
That
as I
would've been
was
easy to
before I drew the
do.
last card.
This is
I know this is tough for you, but I'm literally trying to go on my feet here.
like
super
I am on
quick.
pins and needles. I am on this. Like the suspense is terrible. I hope it lasts. Had to be the chaos gremlin, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Bzz, bzz.
Burp, burp.
Make stupid choices, win stupid prizes.
you know, we had a really nice, serious session last time with a lot of character development and role play. And now the idiot barbarian is picking cards out of the deck of many things.
The idiot gunslinger tried to warn said idiot barbarian. Even the other idiot thought it was a bad idea.
Isadora, your boyfriend's about to get yeeted into the fucking plane of hell.
He's just my friend. Why do you have to call him that?
I saw you blinking eyes across the room.
You can't look at a person anymore.
You can look at a person, and then there's how you look at a person, Isadora.
Oh, dang.
Oof.
Oh, wait, so he drew the Jester one before?
Yeah.
Does that include
there's the Jester and there's the Fool. So there's a Jester and then there's another one that looks almost exactly like it called the Fool. But he did draw the Jester.
This is the full 22 deck.
Right. Does he draw the 2 additional cards?
It's
No,
or.
he has the choice.
No,
it's
it's
either
or.
you gain
Yeah.
a level or. Yeah.
The Fool, you have to draw another one on
And the
top of
Fool, you don't
losing
get
the
a choice.
XP.
Okay, so that's not out. That's out.
It'd be really funny if you just
what did
kept
he
accidentally
get?
pulling the Fool.
I'm working on it. I'm going as fast as I can.
He hasn't told us what I pulled yet because he's wanting to get it all ready to just dump on me at the same time. So
And then session's gonna end.
Yep, this is the cliffhanger of the session is what did Doran get his dumbass into?
And it's so creepy without music, isn't it?
It's extra creepy. Could you not?
Because see, the fact that Josh knows what I pulled means he already has the perfect music queued up, but he's holding off on playing it until we kick things off, and I'm...
You probably got like the key or the sun or some shit. And he's trying to find an item to put in your hands.
That's what I'm hoping, but he could also be pulling up the stats for death itself.
The Avatar death's not that bad.
Like maybe sun would be fun.
Sun would be fun.
Yeah, if memory serves, the Avatar of Death is like weirdly shitty.
It's not too bad.
It's got a 20 AC and its hit points are half of my maximum hit points.
Yeah, that's
all of its stats are 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nothing. That ain't shit.
But
it makes 1 attack. This thing's nothing.
Yeah, it does have the scythe, which does bonus necrotic damage, which is
but it's
rough.
not that bad.
Yeah.
Also, we're
total of 2d8 plus 3, but like 1 attack per turn.
Yeah, the Avatar death is very dangerous to low-level adventurers, but if you're a high-level adventurer pulling it, it's not.
Yeah, especially now that I'm level 15, technically speaking.
Watch him get the sun and get the 50,000 experience,
and then just immediately level 20.
Oh yeah, what is the XP table? Because like I don't
in
use
reality,
it. I don't know any table that does it.
Yeah, in reality, it wouldn't be that much.
Oh yeah, that's like at our level, that's like a fifth of a level.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that much, but
that's wild
because Ben is trying to equate it to milestone.
Yeah,
it's wonky.
Watch him get something really good, so that it's just going to tempt the rest of us to try and pull a card.
I'm not touching that fucking thing.
Like, kind of worried about balance because balance would be bad.
This is what
Make
happens
you
when
evil.
do weird shit like this.
Not like Donjon.
Oh yeah, that's also not a great one.
The Void.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Flames would also be bad.
Flames would be bad. Flames on the side of
this is
my
the one you're
face.
talking about.
I mean,
Ruin would also suck.
Flames
Everything you were wearing or carrying stays behind in the space you occupied when you disappeared. So you can't even use locate object.
Nope.
Yeah, ruin means I just lost 160 platinum if that happened. Or 120 platinum, excuse me.
No big
That's
deal.
why you should have given us all your gold as a present before you did this.
Oh man.
Talons is the real bad one.
Yeah, it all disintegrates.
Yeah, all your magic items disintegrate.
Every magic item, yeah, that's a rough one.
Can't put back on this creepy music. 'Cause sounds killing me.
Oh, that's dirty.
I'm working on it. I've got a couple
fine.
things in right now.
Yeah, take your time. We're just
And
riffing.
the last thing I need is a.
Rogue is also not super good.
Yeah, but like it could be anyone, you know? It could be a level
That's
1 NPC,
that's
it
the
could
problem.
be a
It
level
could be
20
anyone.
NPC.
We just go back to.
I mean, hell, you already have rogue NPCs trying to kill you. What are sisters for?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Imagine we just go back to Ulrich and he just hates Dorn for some reason.
Yeah, he appears out of thin air and is like, fuck you, and casts like, unmake person.
You just watch him like unravel.
Testicular
like,
torsion.
Just the thing that he did to
Instant
just
Brazilian
You know,
wax.
I didn't think I'd need a backup character this soon, but
Hey, we're on session, 80, 87?
give
Yeah.
or take.
If you don't have a backup character, you were never going to make one.
God,
That's the
imagine he
worst
gets
part.
the,
Sorry, I
the idiot
can't
card.
say things aloud because I don't want to give away what it is.
No, you're fine.
I gotta
We're-
pee so bad.
Go pee.
Go pee.
I DM'd
Yeah, this
you
is
real
perfect
quick.
time for it.
Yeah,
Oh,
go
sorry,
pee quick.
I'm
We'll
on
wait
this
till you
other
come back.
screen.
You can just say yes or no.
Imagine Doran
So-
got the idiot card and has to lose 5 intelligence checks. Because it sucks.
Okay.
Perfect. Gives me some choices now.
Oh dear.
This is how I should have
Oh.
done it. I fucked myself up earlier.
Maybe it's taking a minute because he's prepping a new place for Dorn to live that's currently surrounded by monsters.
Maybe.
But the way from that he laughed, probably not.
You likely got a good card. I wouldn't be too worried.
I'm hoping that that's the case.
Josh, what is that face for?
I'm just reading.
Because Josh knows. Oh, yeah, no, Skull is super bad if you read the last line of Skull.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what Blair can do with tit salt in a cauldron.
Yeah, I
Tit
can't.
salt.
Tit salt in the
Yeah.
cauldron can't fix death by skull.
Yeah, that is true. The
However, I
likelihood
don't
of him
think you would
getting
die
to
from
death
it.
is
Yeah.
highly unlikely.
Bump, 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 bump.
It's like if it's got half your hit point maximum, you realistically could just fucking body that thing. That's how much damage you do.
I mean, yeah.
Without our help, you could
A
probably
barbarian should be able to, but again, if I was something like a wizard, that would have been bad.
Fireball.
Honestly,
You're
I
more
could-
rogue than you are wizard.
I'm not. I'm way more wizard than I am rogue.
Are you? I thought you were class wizard.
Nope. Yeah, more wizard.
I mean,
or wizard, that's right.
Yeah, I only have 4 levels in rogue.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Still enough to make you pretty damn deadly on the field.
Yeah, I am a battle wizard.
Mhm.
I have like probably a handful of spells that don't directly do damage or do something useful in battle.
Oh, that's not good. Sorry, lots of stuff happening
good.
here.
No worries.
No, that's I had to be complicated.
How dare you? Complicated.
How dare.
Why'd I have to
dare
go and
you,
make
the
things so
barbarian, be
complicated?
complicated.
Yeah, me, the guy who played Barbarian, specifically so I wouldn't have to play something complicated.
You chose the most complicated barbarian subclass, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to have some fun with magic shenanigans and chaos.
Well, you've certainly got that chaos.
Yeah, today is the day of supreme chaos.
Uh, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ignore me counting stuff.
It's amazing. I've got the same combination on my luggage.
You had
Sorry.
That's funny.
A day I don't quote Spaceballs is a day not worth living.
And then I just need to do something wild.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if it was just the night one where she's still level 4 dude just pops up next to you. I will protect you.
Yeah.
My lord.
What, like adoring follower? Or
Yeah, it's
adoring
the
fan
gain of
level?
service of a
You
fourth
gain
level
the service
fighter.
of a 4th level fighter that
Oh my
is
God.
like pledged to you.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Just one of those where you're like, how about you wait here? Because
By your will, I will live and die. And you're like, okay, how about you sit?
That's one of those things where I tell it to go find the children of Simapose and have it join the anti-dragon resistance. Like, I'm doing
there.
supremely important work, but I know where you can go.
Okay, Josh, I'm sending you a message.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Here we go.
God, lots going on there. Hey, Jay Rishi, thanks for gifting us up, buddy. I know we're kind of paused here for a second, but somebody decided to drop from the gift a deck of many things, so shit got crazy.
I mean, realistically, half of these are good, half of these are bad. You got a 50-50 shot.
Josh, you got that where option 1 starts and how it loops through?
Yep.
Zach.
Maddie came back just in time.
Doran,
What's up?
you draw this card from the deck, slowly turning it over to look at the front as the rest of your friends back up a couple extra steps. This great beam of brilliant multicolored light erupts through the ceiling on top of you. You may either choose a number 1 through 6 or roll a d6 and leave it up to fate.
Interesting.
Why? Ah, God. You know what? We're going full chaos on this one. So we're
Rolling
gonna
a
full send
D6.
chaos. Rolling a d6.
What is it? What happened?
It's another 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Starting with the H. Josh, is that correct? Then 1, 2, 3, 4 puts him at the H.
What is it?
Oh.
Did he literally just?
No, I'm here. Hold on. Yeah.
Jesus Christ! I have never seen anybody luckier than this with a deck of many things. As Hazaron, the legendary weapon.
Oh my
A
god!
legendary two-handed weapon materializes in your hands.
What is it called?
Nice.
Azuron?
Hazaron, the legendary two-handed sword, materializes in your hands. I put 6 options in there, and a lot of them were very rare and rares, and I put 1 legendary in there. And you legitimately just summoned Hazaron into your hands. A sentient, neutral, evil greatsword. It's capable of speaking in common and netherese. And if you're not attuned to the sword, it gives you still a +1 bonus to attack and damage. If you are not attuned, you deal a d6 of extra necrotic. When you're attuned, it becomes a +2 and deals an extra 2d6 necrotic instead of 1. When you hit with it, if you're attuned to the weapon, any creature that you hit with Hazaron cannot regain hit points for a minute. The creature has to make a DC 15 con save at each of its turns to end the effect. And Hazaron has 4 spell charges, able to cast Detect Magic, Detect Good and Evil, and Detect Thoughts.
Dude!
Oh, nice.
Holy shit!
I've never seen anybody luckier with a deck of many things in my life.
It's only bad luck from here on out. With
Yeah, like that's deck closed, in back pocket. That's where that goes now.
You all watch as the light dissipates, and this gleaming magical sword is held in Doran's hands.
Someone did a 3D rendering of it and it looks fucking rad.
Post it.
Yeah.
Please, I need to see what this thing looks like.
It's not like official, it's just their version of it, but it's still cool as fuck.
Yep,
Oh,
that
that's
worked.
sick as
Oh,
fuck.
oh,
Is
Total Final Fantasy
sick.
sword. Absolutely, I send it.
That's, want it. Yep, that's awesome.
That's so
Weather
cool.
51 Nomad on
I gotta change my drawing.
Fucking awesome. That's so fucking sick.
So,
Which one is it that you pulled that gave it this to?
The sun, I believe.
Is that the key?
no,
Oh,
that's
one-
the sun.
And
This is Final
a
Fantasy
wondrous
fuck.
item? Was it the sun? Or was it
You
the
pulled the key.
The key.
Okay.
A rare or rarer
Oh.
magic weapon with which you are proficient in appears in your hands. The DM chooses the weapon.
Gotcha.
It's fucking awesome.
As
So cool.
oh shit, do I have a voice loaded up for this? I need a cool Hazaron effect voice. Second, please.
Hold.
That's a sexy sword.
From the sword nerd perspective, that handle looks so unfathomably uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's fucking angular in every direction.
Yep.
Oh, how poetic that this one is from Tyranny of Dragons.
Yeah.
I know, I saw that. That's just poetic right there.
Oh, it is from Tyranny of Dragons.
Oh, jeez.
You hear echoing in your mind, champion. I offer you my strength, but you will be in service to me in undoing what dragonkind has done to this world.
Oddly, that kind of works for me. Yes.
And that's where we're going to end today's
Did we hear this, or does he hear this?
It's in
Only
his mind.
Doran hears
That's all
this.
he
In
hears
my
in his
head.
mind.
So you just hear me talking to the sword, one-sided conversation.
Nice.
Hazaron is a neutral evil sword, and it just fucking hates dragons. So, congratulations.
Literally the perfect sword for me.
Doran
That is the
wielded-
perfect
how
sword for you.
The fuck did this happen? We have an accord then.
Let's kill some sons of bitches.
Jesus Christ. Well,
Say that out loud too.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's not loud.
They're just like,
all of you. He's holding this.
Talking to you? Oh fuck. Oh,
No, not you, not you.
Wait.
Dragons. It's fine.
I know
It's
that
fine.
pop, but
All right, well, that's where we're gonna end today's session. I gotta go to fucking Nate's Discord for the picture of like. I wish people looked at me like fucking barbarians looking talking swords. Because Jesus Christ, it's happening again.
It's happening
barbarian,
again.
it's always the fucking barbarians.
We need to post
Ooh,
it.
Shiny
We gotta
cursed
find
magic
that.
sword.
Yep, we gotta find it and post it again in our Discord because god
I think
damn
it was
it.
under.
Yes.
I think it was from Archives. Archive the Tower. Yeah, it's the. Here, I'll copy and paste it.
Yep. Yep. Fucking ridiculous. Just put it in the beams channel. It doesn't belong there.
Yeah.
Fucking Doran.
fucking luck of Doran.
How? I even tried
How?
to counter your luck and was like, here, Josh, this is where it starts at. And here you're just like, I'm like, Josh, it starts at 4, and then you roll a 4. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? The key? I was like, okay, I'm like, I did the 3. Let's see.
Where would that have been on that list?
You would have been on the list for that. You would have rolled the moon.
Oh, you would've
Which you would have been able to cast
I could've
Wish a
wished.
D3 times.
Damn.
Let's see. That's exactly what I wanted to.
Oh no! Does everybody else want to roll one to see what they draw, just for fun? You want to
Sure.
roll one real fast as we
For
wrap up
funsies.
and say thanks to
A
everybody.
D20?
Yeah, sure.
Roll no,
D20.
D22. D22.
That's slash R
D22.
1D22.
1d22.
Yeah.
19.
Soren would have rolled
5.
the rogue, a non-player character. The DM's choice becomes hostile towards you. The identity of your enemy is not known until the NPC or someone else reveals it. Nothing less than a wish will end the hostility towards you.
Balls.
Who rolled a
19.
5?
I did
Maddie.
5.
Oh, so you got the rogue as well, Blair. Someone hates you. Maddie rolled Isadora rolled a 5. If you single-handedly defeat the next hostile group of monsters you encounter, you gain experience points enough to gain 1 level.
Damn.
Dope.
I think I can do that.
Slash R space 1D22 to get your actual roll.
Okay, slash R space 1D22. Awesome.
You would have gotten an 18, which have given you Uratail. Card's Medusa-like visage curses you. You take a -2 penalty on saving throws while cursed this way. Only a god or magic of the fates can end this curse.
Damn.
So
Rough.
only Doran can pull some bullshit and just be like
Twice.
a deck of many
Hey, mine
things
wasn't
twice.
bad.
Yeah, I wanted Wish.
Well, you only
Yeah,
rolled a
wait,
D20.
I did.
Yeah, I bet Jaeger does
roll
want
a
wish.
D22.
Try rolling a
Roll
D22.
D22.
Jaeger's
So that
first
is
wish is
It's
wishes for his
14.
family back, and then wishes the
14.
demon entity away.
14. You would have got Skull,
Oh,
which is the
Avatar
Avatar of Death. That's what Jaeger deserves.
Sick.
Sick.
You don't even get anything for killing it, do you? It's just, yep, death
Nope.
is here.
Nope.
Fucking deal with
Let
it.
this year fight it. Try not to die.
Yep.
Yep.
Let
And if anyone
my
tries-
demon gone.
If anyone tries to help you, they get an Avatar of Death they have to fight.
Oh,
Sweet.
really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Double
So-
down.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. Anyone tries to
Okay.
help you, because it shows up and it says that it is here for that person and no one else is to help you. And then if anybody else helps, it summons an avatar for you that comes to kill you.
Got
And
it.
Then you all
What
end
if
up
you
fighting
help each
multiple deaths.
other?
Then you
You tag
all
team.
fight multiple deaths.
Yeah. We would basically fight a party of deaths.
Well, that's the worst part, is if you help Zach against Doran's Avatar of Death, then you get an Avatar of Death. But then subsequently, if Soren helps Doran and then Isadora helps Soren, Isadora is breaking the contract of a second Avatar of Death. Now Isadora has
Oh,
2
so it
avatars of death.
fractalizes.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a
Okay,
fractal
that
Avatar
could be
of
a
Death.
problem very quick.
It would-
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that was
That's
so
what
bad.
Yeah, you just wipe your hands of them and say, let it be.
You got
It would
this,
be-
bud. I
Let
love
it,
you.
you got this.
It would be 6
I've got a new
factorial.
powerful sword.
So
I've
6
got-
factorial would have been 2 times 1. You guys would face 720 avatars of death if you all assisted each other.
Fuck off. Oh my god.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh, it's not that hard, but they don't realize that in the wording it says if anybody helps the person, then they get an avatar of death against them. So 6
That is
No,
6
I saw that
factorial would
part.
be the right
I
math.
just wouldn't help.
Yeah, you would sit there and go, well, bye, good luck.
Yeah, good luck, man. You got this. I believe in you.
You got this.
So yeah, math is fun, and stupid people who roll super good on great swords, and now I have to balance combat around someone who got a deck of many things who can actually draw well, because that never happens.
Wait, no. You know what we gotta do? Zach has to roll one more time to see if that good luck would continue.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not-
Oh, you mean like
Not-
just now?
not for real,
Just
just for
roll
fun.
doesn't count?
See,
Just
so
for
roll
fun.
doesn't
Doesn't
count.
count.
Yep, roll
Okay,
doesn't
okay.
count.
Have to have
What
a
would have
count.
happened?
Okay.
Let's see. What would have
I
happened?
say I would start you here at 6. You would have started 6 for me. So roll a d22. So
17.
would put you at 23, which would put you back up to the sun. Actually,
The sun again.
This fucking sun.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I do
10,
gotta
11,
skedaddle.
12, 13, 14,
Yeah.
15, 16. You would have gotten Vizier. Anytime
Oh,
you
that's
choose to
another
spend a
good
year
one.
drawing this card, you get a question
Yeah, you
mediation.
just meditate
Yep.
and you get an answer to a question you have.
Yep.
That's insane.
How?
Your
fucking-
luck is insane.
How do we kill
How?
mana?
How? How? So, okay. Well, thanks
We said
everybody
that
for
counted,
watching.
right? That one
No,
counted too.
No,
and-
good night. Good night, everybody. We love you.
Yep.
Thanks
Good
for
night.
watching.
Good night.
Bye,
Good night.
everybody.
Everybody.
Bye.
Jesus.